friends. I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirits, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, most amazing viewers. If you guys are new to this channel, welcome. I'm so glad that you guys found me. And for those of you guys returning, I'm so blessed, so grateful to do your reading again. And I'm so glad you found your way back to me again. So today's reading, we're looking at the person on your mind, the person you came here about, and how it is this person is feeling and thinking about you and the connection. And then we'll take a look at this person's next move or their action towards you based on those feelings and thoughts that they're having. Okay, so there are 2 decks to choose from for each pick. One will predominantly be their thoughts and feelings, and then the other deck will be their actions in the 3D world, what they're actually going to be doing energetically if the energy stays the same. So, beautiful people, a little bit of a reminder in regards to the promotion I'm having on prairievintagejewelry.com. If you are interested in 15% off all readings, all jewelry, everything off the Prairie Vintage Jewelry site, you can enter in the promo code OneLove15, that's OneLove15, and receive 15% off your complete purchase. That runs until Valentine's Day. Throughout Valentine's Day. Okay, so take advantage of that, and let's go into the decks we'll be using. So we'll be using these decks for option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, and maybe I'll hold them up in a bit. But for oracles, we'll be using the Whispers of Love. Okay, so we'll only be using 1 oracle pack here for this reading. It's a new deck. If you guys are interested in the cards in this deck, I did publish a video not too long ago with the card reveal for this oracle pack. Absolutely beautiful. So let's take a look at the cards we'll be using. So for pile number 1, we'll be using the Storyteller's Tarot and this Mystical Mondays Tarot. This is also a new pack for me, so I'm super excited to get into that. Option number 2, we have Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic Tarot and the Spheres of Heaven Tarot. This is also a new pack for me, which I'm super excited to get into. And option number 3, we'll be using the Heavenly Bloom Tarot and the Sacerabido, I can never say it correctly, Sacerabido Tarot. Okay, now I rarely use these decks. And option number 3, we'll be using the Brotherhood of Light Egyptian Tarot, and this is the the Holy Spectrum, Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. Okay, so angels, sit with this energy. And when you feel comfortable, you will be pulled to one of these 4 options. Then you can select from the timestamp in the description box and in the pinned comment below. Okay, now for those of you guys who are new to this channel, and for those of you guys new to tarot, I do want to go into a quick disclaimer here. Nobody's feelings, thoughts about you can dictate your value, okay? So people will always have their own thoughts, their own perception based on their own experiences and their own projections, which could be completely skewed based on what they've experienced and what it is that they want to project outside of themselves. It has nothing to do with your value or who you are and what you're about, okay? So if the messages come through triggering, don't let it trigger you. Okay, easier said than done. But if you're letting it trigger you, then this means that you're still needing to heal and develop your own self-worth based on reality. And reality says that nobody's opinions can inherently take away anything from you. If you feel like something's taken away from you, okay, if you feel sad and distraught and emotionally depleted and all that stuff, then you're still allowing outside circumstances to dictate your energy, and that means that's something to heal. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with something to heal. We all have something to heal. But really, if you want to free yourself, you will focus on healing yourself from allowing outside circumstances to make you feel any which way. Okay. So this reading isn't intended to make you feel bad, sad, anything like this. Okay. This is just to give you a perspective of what someone else is feeling and thinking. And their next action isn't set in stone. This is if nothing were to change in the energy, what's most likely going to be their next move or their, lack of movement if we don't see much of anything based on the energy. And so energy is always shifting. I could do the same reading 10 minutes from now and have a complete different reading based on that person's energy. Okay, if they change their energy frequency. Usually people sit in one sort of energy frequency and it's very difficult for them to shift themselves out. And so this is why these readings are fairly accurate, because people are set to one sort of frequency and that's sort of what they resonate on. Okay. But people can shift, and this is why we come to tarot, is so we can make different decisions based on energy, based on information that we hear in the tarot reading that could help us to navigate a little differently. Okay, but don't let any tarot reading dictate what you should and should not be doing. And that is solely going to be what's right for you, between you and spirit, and whatever feels right. Okay, so don't force messages. If it doesn't resonate for you, it's most likely not your pile. If you have to say this reading didn't resonate, then it's not your pile, and it might not even be your reading. So who came to this reading? Who selected the pile? That has nothing to do with me nor spirit. So if it doesn't resonate, not your pile, not your reading, and hopefully you find one that fits you. Okay, so I always intend on delivering the energy as I see it, as clearly as I see it. Okay, my intention is never to coddle or make someone feel better, deliver it sort of skewed in a way that's going to shift things. No, that's not what I do here. So if you do want sort of more of an easeful message to appease you, then I'm probably not your reader. Okay, although I do care that you're healed and moving forward. I don't really concern myself too much with if you're feeling bad or sad, because that's subjective and you have the choice to feel bad or sad. That's always up to you. It has nothing to do with me making you feel in any certain way, okay, or your person or anything like this. So this is why it's important that we know we hold the power to how we're feeling. And if we're pulled by external circumstances, then that means there's something inside of yourself that could be worked upon. Okay, it's always about you and your own power. Okay, this isn't about victim shaming or blaming. Certainly people do things that are hurtful. Okay, they do things that are hurtful, but it's an action, and whether we suffer as a result of it is always up to us. Okay, there's always lessons learned, healing learned, and growth learned from situations that might not be pleasant in the moment. But if we work with energy in order to ascend, heal, evolve, then there is nothing here that's bad. Okay, it's all utilized as energy for us to grow and become better in our world, more elevated in our perspectives and coming from a more enlightened point of view. Okay, and so my readings are always intended to provide healing, enlightenment. Okay, even these love readings that sometimes I do find challenging to do here, because it doesn't really matter what someone else is feeling or thinking, although this might help us put things into perspective and help heal relationship and connections. Okay, because we might want to do the best thing, in a connection. And so it becomes about, how can I understand what's going on with this person, regardless if it's right or wrong, or they're, skewed in their perception. It's like, how can I navigate this in the most healing, loving way? And so this is why I do this. Okay, so we can heal each other and we can help each other and we can become compassionate about other people's positions, not about what can I attain, how can I get this person to do what I want and be who I need them to be for me. If that's what you want, then definitely I'm not your reading. Okay, then I love you a lot, but peace and love, we're probably on complete different pages. Okay, but again, like, everyone is welcome here, but I'm not vibing on that lower state of consciousness where we're trying to manipulate and extort other people so that we can get what we want. If that's the case, then there's a lot of readers out there that will help you to do that. Okay, so Beautiful angels, 4 options. I'll leave these 4 with you guys. And if you're drawn to multiple piles, you could be tapped into passing, present, future state of the same connection. Also, energy sometimes comes through reverse, meaning I'm predominantly tapped into your energy and I might call it your person. So you can crisscross the energy as you see fit. Okay, I don't know whose is what. I just read it as energy. So that's going to be up to you. Okay, and sometimes we get very, very specific messages for key individuals in order to confirm things, and it might not even apply to you, but that doesn't mean that whole reading is not for you. It just means that message was for someone else. It should be the overall energy in that pile that resonates. Okay, and if it resonates and it sounds familiar with something you can confirm or experience within yourself, then that most likely is your pile. Okay, so beautiful people, I'll leave this with you and I'll see you at your pick. Hello, gorgeous angels, pile number 1. You guys picked the Storyteller's Tarot and the Mystic Mondays Tarot. Got this tarot the other day. And so if you're wanting the card reveal for this pack, you can go check out the video I just uploaded 2 days ago, I believe. And that's this deck right here. So what are we doing? We're looking at the person on your mind, and we're looking at their feelings and their thoughts, which generally come through hand in hand, because if we're feeling something, it's most likely because we're having certain thoughts. Okay, so feelings and thoughts for the person on your mind. And then we'll be using the other tarot pack to look at their actions. What will they do if they do anything at all? Okay, and so I do recommend you go listen to the disclaimer with peace and love. Go over there before you start to conclude any sort of energy, okay? So let's see, beautiful angels, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile number 1, spirits. Pile 1 wants to know, how's the person on their mind, person that came here about, feeling and thinking about them at this time? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of this connection. And the viewer, thank you so much, spirits. We are so blessed to be here. And please help me to channel this message clearly and concisely for pile 1. So we have the 2 of Pentacles in reverse with the rooster and the yen. And we have Justice in reverse, Libra energy. Clear and concise message, spirit. How is pile number 1's person feeling and thinking at this time about pile 1 specifically and or this connection? Thank you so much. So we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, clarified by the Chariot, Cancer energy. Why is this 2 of Pentacles in reverse here, Spirit? We have the Queen of Swords, which is the Queen of Spikes in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Why is this Justice here in reverse, Spirit? And we have the Sun, Leo energy. And finally, why is this Queen of Pentacles here in reverse? And we have the 3 of Swords in the reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the 3 of Pentacles. And under that, we have the 2 of Wands with the 2 of Scepters. Okay, let's pull some of these Love Whisper Oracle cards. The spirits for the energy of pile 1 and this connection, the person they came here about. Can we get some information regarding feelings and thoughts? Thank you so much, Spirit. We have look to your inner strength. You are stronger than you realize. And this is card number 11. 11 is a very spiritual number. I feel one more here. Number 19, which is Sun energy. Okay, and it says, express your love through gifts. A small token of love can convey great appreciation. Okay, it's at the bottom of this. Honesty is essential. Speak with love and truth. 38. which is another 11. So you have 1111, which, as you guys know here, sometimes can signify a very deep spiritual connection, that of a twin flame. Okay, because 1111 is my Four of Wands, which represents stability and union. Okay, but we have two 11s. Okay, so let me sit here with this energy, and then I'll start to channel what this is, although it is coming through quite clear here. Two Wands. What's under the two Wands reverse? Yeah, the Four of Wands. That's in reverse. Okay. Okay. What's going on here? This is an easy one. Okay, although very hurtful here. I feel like you, according to your person, you're no longer playing in this connection. You've decided, or you're clear about what's going on, and what you've communicated most likely, I feel here, either through words or through pulling away your energy, or through way of display, is that I'm clear that there's an imbalance here in this connection, and you feel like you've been giving more to this connection. Okay, like from a Queen of Pentacle perspective, it's like the person who's kind of the glue keeping things going. And so you've been giving, most likely, in an imbalanced situation that was most likely stuck, or where you felt like it wasn't going anywhere, or at least it wasn't aligning to your future. And so you've come to this realization that having joy for yourself is more abundant and something that you would rather have. And so this connection at one point in time was a choice for you, according to them, or that you entertained this connection for some time. And it might have been a lot of up and down, but there was no certainty or clarity for you. And because you were not prioritized, or because there was a lot of imbalance here, or because it took a lot of your commitment and dedication and energy and effort to keep it together without attaining any sort of substance from this connection, just a lack of clarity and a lack of direction, you've decided that it's best for you to move towards what you can build that's more balanced. And so you want this person to show up and to build structure with you in a tangible, practical way, not feelings, not whatever's going on spiritually, not in some other realm or dimension. It's like, what are we building here in this 3D world? Because we haven't yet established any foundation. And so how they're seeing this is something's fallen apart. You've left them, or you're leaving them, or you've communicated that it's not working for you, and that this connection is no longer on the table. So you're no longer a choice, or this connection is no longer a choice, or they no longer have a choice to pursue you, because you're clear about this not providing you any justice and any sort of value long term. And so they also understand this might have taken you some time to come to this understanding, but that you might have not have wanted to detach from this person. You know, like you had to really pull it from within you to have the courage to move forward. So some of you guys were, in this thing for some time, or invested for quite some time. Some of you guys could have been married to this person, had a connection going for some time, or some of you guys might have just been waiting around for some clarity about whether there would be a family situation established, or a connection established here that could create into a family of sorts here, something more stable. And so maybe you stayed in a situationship for longer than need be, or they kept you in the air. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you were kept in the air about something. Some of you guys kept in the air whether they wanted to get married, or kept in the air whether it was going to turn into a connection, kept up in the air whether they were going to prioritize you as a part of their future, or kept in the air because they were involved in a relationship, maybe another marriage that needed to come apart, or that they were needing to deal with because they had a choice. It was either you, this connection, or choosing that other situation that was already established. But they couldn't have both. and they had to choose. And so if they were going to choose you, they had to dissolve an upstanding thing already, an already marriage or an already family situation or an already community that they were already established in. So it was going to take some risk of sorts to choose you or to decide on you. And I think you were left in the dark for too long, according to this person. And so I do feel they feel a new sense of empowerment here. Like you're really rising in your empowerment to take action towards what's best for you. And that hasn't always been the case. So maybe you've committed yourself, for some time for the betterment of this connection or for the betterment of this person, or just sacrificed yourself to see where things would go, And so I feel like they see you as someone here who's quite confident about the decision. I do feel with this Three of Swords in reverse, it's like there's multiple sort of energies coming through. One is like they understand that that in order to choose you, there would come some pain, because I do feel like there was something on the other side of this person that would have to get resolved in some way. And so they were preventing some form of heartbreak, whether it be like another connection or not, it doesn't necessarily matter. But it's like, why couldn't they prioritize this connection? Because there was something else that they would have to come to terms with or part, whatever that else is, like to give you clarity, to give you certainty would require them to resolve some understanding of something that was being prevented. Like, I want to prevent having to part with this part of my world or whatever it is. And so you understand it as they chose to align themselves with that option as far as you're concerned, according to them. And so since they chose that, and they aligned with that, you're assuming then that's where they want to invest. And so you're saying, okay, well, this is painful for me to accept this, but I want to choose something that's more meaningful in my life and something that would be more successful here for me. And so even though it breaks me to have to make this decision, I'd rather feel this pain and parting ways with you. And so I feel like a lot of you guys had to separate yourself from this person, or there's like a no contact, or just an acceptance here that you're moving on, and that you're strong for choosing yourself. And maybe you're rebuilding yourself. Like if you were married to this person for some time and it was just like not getting any better for some of you guys, it's like, in order for me to expand or my potential, then I have to disengage from you and unhitch myself from this world that you and I have built in order to choose another world for me, a world where I can grow and be successful. And in the world that I'm in with you, it's limiting me. I can't see my future. I can't see how I could rise and be successful towards my new goals that I have. And so for some of you guys, you've been mourning throughout this process already. If you've been married, to this person, because it's the Four of Wands talks about, and the reverse is like, could be the dissolution of a marriage with the Justice in reverse, and even the Queen of Pentacles, which is the wifey card. Okay. And so it's like I've had to sit with an understanding of an experience that made me realize that I can't see a future here, or my potential isn't here with you anymore. And I was uncertain about it. And it took me some time to decide whether I wanted to stay in this marriage or this almost married situation, this commitment, or move forward with myself. And so I do feel like this person understands the value of they're needing to be working together, in order for there to be something substantial here that didn't happen, or that they did not choose, or that you're no longer choosing. Like maybe you want to work with someone else, and it's no longer could be built with this person. It's like you're no longer aligned with the vision of what I have for the future. Okay. And for some of you guys, it's like they chose by not choosing. And so you have to make a choice of what's going to work with you, who's going to work with you, and what you can build for the future. And that's clear to you. And maybe in the past it wasn't. It's like I was confused in the past, or it took me some time to realize this, or I just sat here in this no man's land abyss and spun my wheels while you didn't provide me with anything. And now I had to sort of find it within me to see the truth here of the situation. Yeah, 8 Pentacles. So this is the work card. So some of you guys, it could be that, you know, you and this person work together as sort of a confirmation for some of you guys, but not necessarily. This is about finding the practical effort, commitment, and dedication to put into the everyday to make something grow, you know? And I feel like your desire, I feel, is building a solid structure of something that's aligned with you. And I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's like aligned with a new version of you. So maybe the you they knew in the past was one version, you know, maybe the version of you that was unsure about who you were or where this was going, or sort of up in the air, was okay for you for some time, or at least you were still deciding or figuring out what you wanted. You know, I know that's a lot, but I do feel there's kind of a mixture here. And so now there's this new energy of you that's like, no, I know what I want, you know, and either you're aligned with the new version of me that I'm telling you what it is that I need, or that it is where I'm going, and either you're on board or off board. And clearly, according to them, they've proven that they've been misaligned, or they weren't on the same ride as you. And so this train is leaving the station, you know, and it's like, I no longer feel I could depend on this situation as it was to be successful. And so I might have been dependent on you at one point to figure it out, or I was committed to doing what it would take here to wait to get clarity or to understand something that never came. And so now it's like my new energy came about that is pushing me towards getting success on my own. And unfortunately, it doesn't happen to be in the situation. You know, it's not in the situation. So, I feel like you spoke your truth with this person, you know, by choosing yourself, or I don't know, maybe there was an honest conversation that happened here. I do feel though that with this card and this card, there's an offering here from your person towards you. You know, this could be just confirmation, like maybe they tried to gift you something, or maybe it was something that they tried to get you to stay in some way or see something. I don't know if this is new energy coming, like they want to, and it could be. It's like, how can I show you differently, you know, differently that I do love you, or that, I don't know, there's something here about winning you over or winning you back and getting your attention. Maybe they tried to get you to come back or to see something, but I feel like for some of you guys, if they already tried to sort of get you back on their rat race, if you will, or whatever, into the status quo of the up and down and the indecision, it's like this person wasn't with this mask, like there was something about this person that still wasn't revealing their whole cards, you know. And I feel like maybe you wanted them to be revealing something to you that never really was revealed. And it's like they got your attention, but they never really exposed what it was that they were needing to decide or to show you. And so that's the only way that you would sort of come back in some way. Like, I feel like there's a lot of love you have here for your person, but at the same time, it's like there was something this person wasn't revealing to you or being honest with you or showing you or letting you in. So you might have felt like you were removed from a certain part of this person's truth, you know, which didn't help, because it's like, I don't see your truth. I don't see what you're not making me see, or I'm not privy to. And so if there is a lot of love here, or if you were willing to work with me, you'd let me into this world. You wouldn't be defensive, or you wouldn't shut me out, or you wouldn't make the choices that you have made or keep me up in the air. And so there was a need to prioritize. So that's a lot, beautiful people. If this sounds like, you know, what you think that they might be feeling based on your intuition, then we're going to take a look at this person's next move and their action towards you. Okay, so go listen to the disclaimer so we don't get all uppity. There's no need to get uppity. Okay, energy changes. So I could do this, like I say, 10 minutes from now when we get a complete different sort of reading. Okay, so this isn't predicting exactly what's going to happen if they shift their energy. This is just mirroring the state of energy as it sits right here, right now. Okay, so Spirit, pile number one's person right here, right now. What's going to be their next move, their next action towards pile one in this connection? What will pile one's person's next move, action, based on the energy as it sits right here, right now? At the time pile one is listening to this reading, what will be their next move in this connection towards pile one, or this connection that they will take? Thank you, Spirit. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of this connection. And the viewer, thank you so much, Spirit. And thank you so much, pile one, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing this reading for you. I realize you guys have a lot of readers you can go see, and I am so blessed that you're here sharing your journey with me. What will pile one's person's next move be here in this connection? Okay. Pull an oracle card as well. We'll fill one more. All right, let's take a look, shall we? Bottom of the deck, the Hanged Man, Pisces energy. Okie dokie. It actually says the Hanged Woman. Some of you guys, this was coming through, could be involved in a same sex. Okay, not all of you guys, but it pulls through every once in a while here, and it could just be the predominant energy. You know, you guys might both encompass feminine energy, like both sort of passive potentially when it comes to how you guys deal with connection or emotions, but it could be talking about gender as well. Just take what resonates, okay? So 4 of Cups in reverse and the 4 of Wands coming through now in the upright. So like I said, this could signify a twin flame connection or a very deep spiritual connection with the 1111. 9 of Cups in reverse and 10 Cups. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then Death, Scorpio energy. What's under this Hanged Woman? The Fool in reverse, Aquarius energy. Okay, we have 49, which is number 13, which is this Death card here. Okay, and it says, actions speak loudly. Express your love through actions. That's what this King of Wands is all about. Okay, and maybe that was that energy I was feeling, like there's something you needed to see. You know, not words, not to pretend, not a masked version, not trying to get your attention, but actions speak louder than words. Okay, and then 11 coming through yet again, and you guys saw me shuffle. Look to your inner strength. You're stronger than you realize. Okay, so let me see here with this energy, okay? 4 of Swords in reverse. So 4s are all about structure, foundations, planning, okay, stability. 4 is also Death energy, and Death is all about release and transformation. This one happens to be in reverse. So let me sit here with this for a little bit. Sometimes we see stories here. Queen of Cups in reverse, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and under that we see the Ace of Pentacles. I do feel this is telling me a story here, so let me do that. Okay. Okay, so 7 of Cups. Beautiful people, your strength is felt, and the strength that you found within yourself to actually organically find the power within you to detach yourself or find yourself or connect to yourself was greater than whatever suffering was going on here or indecision was going on here. That's realized, and that's what's motivating this person, okay? So their next action here, I see that they recognize that they can't continue down the path of selfish behaviors with this 9 Cups in reverse. Okay, whatever, choosing their own sort of what's best for them over and above what might be best for the connection here. because I feel this has been this person's MO. And so there's this coming out of this Four Cups energy. And for some of you guys, what this represents, well, okay, so there's a few things coming through. For one, with the Four Swords in reverse and this Four Cups, there was time apart and they had time to reflect, however long it takes. It could even be an afternoon, whatever. Something happened where you said, I'm done, or it was felt, that you were sort of now shifting the narrative towards your own victory. So you were like, fine, you Nine of Cups, I'm Nine of Cups. Okay, and the Nine of Cups happens to be not with you because we tried that route and it didn't work. So now you're attached to your Nine of Cups. It's like, uh-oh, my person's attached to their Nine of Cups. So what does this mean? This means I have to acknowledge the Ten of Cups, which was what you were always sort of wanting to see. And it's like, okay, well, I think you gave them an opportunity to express to you this Ten of Cups energy, which is two people building, laying the groundwork for future stability. This is like family, getting married, having a long-term commitment to planning something you could, commit to for the long term. Both of you guys, that would make both of you guys happy, not just a partial. And so this is what you wanted to see. And I feel like you've clearly communicated this to this person enough for them to ponder and reflect. So they no longer want to be in the energy of their initial reaction to this, because I think initially this person was not happy. Like, uh-oh, my person is now choosing this Nine of Cups over and above this connection. But my person might have always chose this connection over top of themselves. And so they were either sulking about it, upset about it. They're seeing it as a loss, like a loss that you were going to now focus on yourself, which is still even selfish within itself. It's selfish within itself to say that you're going after your own happiness in some way. And so it's like, they're even coming out of that energy and saying, wow, like my person was showing me something or telling me something here about our happiness in this connection. And I've had time to reflect, and I've had time to see that this person is no longer wanting to share their love or pour their emotions towards me in this connection in the same manner, that they've had time to reflect, and that you're no longer willing to, foolishly invest here or like take a chance towards this connection. And so the more you are felt as being removed from their world, or your love being taken from this person, it's like the more this person feels motivated to take action towards what it takes to build this thing with you. And it's like, to build this thing with you, I have to release the thing in my world. Because remember, the Two Pentacles we were seeing there was another thing that wasn't allowing this person to prioritize you. And I feel like it's a big thing, to them anyway. To you, maybe whatever. Maybe not. Maybe it is. Maybe, like I said, it's an established family or something that means a lot to your person, And so this big thing in their world is so interwoven to who they are, what they've built or identified as. And so this Death card is huge because this is the moment of transformation. But it's like I have to release certain things. And so I've been stalling releasing things that have not served me well, have been getting in the way of this new build, this new build with my person. And only because I wasn't releasing or allowing this shift to happen, I was getting in this way. And so there's this seeing things differently rather than, oh, I lost them and I'm upset with this new news and that you're focused on your Nine Cups and I may never see you again. It's like, me, and now you're being taken away. It's now shit. Like I got to really understand, I got to understand the situation a little more clearly about looking at a deeper layer about what I need to release or what changes actually need to happen in my world in order for me to be able to go after this connection from the standpoint that you always sort of were wanting anyway, which was a 10 cups and a 4 wands. So I was preventing all this. So I feel like this person is now sitting with this point of view of looking from a higher state of consciousness around what they have to release, but only because your absence is felt. Okay, your absence is completely felt here, and they feel like you're pulled away in some other world here. And so it's like, I have to come forward and show show. Okay, not to tell, not to pretend, not to talk into pile number one why they should stay or why things will be different, but show them by giving them some clarity here of something real that they can, see as potential out of this confusion, because I wasn't choosing them and I was keeping things very murky and cloudy. And I don't want them to feel murky and cloudy because this is how we got in the thing in the first place. So I'm going to give them this seed. Okay. But unfortunately, the seed is a seed is a seed. And I mean, for some of you guys, it's more than what they were giving in the past, because it's not just one day in the far future, I'm going to do this or that. It's like the seed is something that's like, okay, it's putting their money where their mouth is. Okay, so it is that, but it's like, I still have to deal with this death in reverse. I can't nurture this seed so much. So it's like, this is where it's really tricky, and we'll dive into it, because for some of you guys, it is sort of in way of words, but it's like what they're telling you is something here that's like, I have this idea and I understand that this is sort of what we can work with, which is more than what I was giving you in the past, because I couldn't choose you or prioritize from the 2 pentacle. So now I've given you clarity around which pentacle it is that I want. And the pentacle that they want is this connection. Okay, no doubt. It's like the other pentacle that I was wrapped up in was what's keeping the teeter-totter going between me and you, which I'm trying to prevent. And you wanted me to show you and pick the 1 pentacle. And so here I come out of that confusion, or out of that state of keeping the door open, in that other world with the pentacle now. Okay, but it's still, like I said, it's the pentacle that you wanted them to choose. But what is it? It's just a potential opportunity, because that comes with them having to release and deal with the part of their world that they're having a big struggle transitioning out of, And so I feel like they finally see the light. And so if they were in denial or avoiding or suppressing the fact that they had to deal with something that was over in their world, or something that was challenging for them to shift out of, it's like, now I understand that's where the problem was, or that's what I need to focus on, or at least I could see now that I'm part of that equation, that I have to do something here, or that you were trying to show me something and I was stubbornly maybe more focused on what I'd lose out here on you, because I wanted to keep the 2 pentacles, and not that they wanted to, like manipulate you and have their cake and eat it too. Although it did feel like have their cake and eat it too, because you were a part of their back and forth, or they couldn't decide here. And it was like, you had to do what you had to do in order for this person to see themselves through a different lens. And now it's like, ooh, I see where I was selfish, and I see now what it is that I actually want, because I feel your absence. And so for those of you guys that were in the 2 pentacle back and forth realm, it was like, I think you were still invested energetically with this person, maybe still showing them love or compassion. But this is like, you fucked off. You just were like, okay, well, I can't, I got to choose myself. I can't be in your world of 2 pentacles, or you having all of these things that you're dealing with, and I'm just this side option in some way, because I don't feel prioritized. It's like, okay, I'm going to prioritize you. And you're like, okay, great. But how do you do this? It's like, well, okay, so I have to now understand, or at least see what I got to do here to transform, so I can, like actually do the thing that I'm telling you that I want to do. So I feel like the intention's good. I want to prioritize you. I'm going to tell you that this is how I'm prioritizing you, or show you in some way that by action, and you believe me because I'm motivated to do this. Like, this is someone who's actually wants to do this. Like, they're not saying, oh, I kind of don't want to do this and I'm being forced because you're giving me an ultimatum. It's like, no, I'm like fired up to do this because I'm really motivated here for what this potential could mean to me. Like, I could see this thing. And in the past, maybe I had a hard time seeing this thing because it was easier for me to hang on to the world that I knew, and so I could see that I was resisting change or something here. And so I just feel that we need to dig into this part here, because it took an awakening of you pulling your energy away for them to finally see their themselves from a different point of view. But it's like, okay, how do we then deal with this transition? Because I feel like it's very difficult for this person. So it's either a lifestyle that they've had for a very long time, or something that's really integrated to who they are, and they think that that's who they are, you know, even though it's something that needs to be released. Maybe it's just an old way of being that is no longer going to help them expand, and they were more concerned with hanging on to it. So Spirit, just some quick clarity here regarding this death card in reverse and the Hangman. Is there anything further pile number one needs to know about this transition or about their person regarding this new perspective, this new understanding they're having regarding this transformation? And they also know, like, in order for there to be the 10 cups, okay, like the full potential between you and them, they have to deal with that transformation, that death, the release. Like, there's no way to experience a 10 cups and build a 4 wands with you. So there's either an already established thing, or just to establish a thing with you, something needs to come down and it needs to change. So Spirit, can we take a look at that reverse death card? And that's Hangman. So that's Pisces, Scorpio energy. So we have the 6 of Wands in reverse. And we have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. So 6s are all about problem solving. Okay, it's about compassion and harmony. 6 is also Lovers in the tarot, which is a choice. And 6 could also be the Devil, which is sometimes unhealthy ways that we're attached to certain things. Okay, so Gemini and Capricorn energy coming through. And we have the 4 swords, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the 8 of cups, which is exactly what we're feeling, and then the Queen of cups. And under that, we have Temperance, Sagittarius, and Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I'm getting a crazy head rush. Okay, so I feel there's something in their world that wasn't working anymore. Okay, it wasn't allowing this person to move forward and be successful in their world. They might have clung to it out of fear, because of the comfort that they know versus the devil that they don't know in a world here, okay? So that thing, I think, needed to be highlighted to them by way of you holding up a mirror to them. Like, whatever world you're in is not successful, is not moving, it's not building your confidence at all. And so all it did was create an imbalance between you and this person and make them unavailable to give in this connection. And so they were just in sort of a receiving state. But this person feels like this energy made them fail with you. But also, I think there was a huge confidence blow with this person, and having to look at that part of their world, whatever that might be. You know, and so maybe there's a part, because 6 wands for me always represents an ego, and in the reverse, it's like an ego death. And the ego death is sometimes we have to acknowledge where we lost, or acknowledge where we're not winning, or acknowledge where part of our life is not succeeding. And it's like, I didn't want to be seen, or I didn't want to seem as a failure, or, you know, I didn't want to address or acknowledge this thing. Or once I acknowledge and address this thing, then people can see me for my failures, or see me for not succeeding, or like having success here, whatever that thing is, you know. And it could be huge if we're talking about, you know, marriage, because we have this cultural belief that if you get divorced or separated, then you're a big failure. That's type of a thing, but it doesn't have to be. And I don't feel that is the case for all of you guys. I feel like whatever the thing is was difficult to look at, because it wasn't easy for me to acknowledge. It wasn't easy for my ego to see. It wasn't easy for me to accept the fact that I was a failure. And I don't know why this person's looking at it as a win or lose, but it's like whatever that thing was, okay? And so it's like I had to really come to terms and face a truth that for a long time I didn't want to see about myself. So it's something I feel this person was either in denial about, or just wasn't ready to deal with, you know, because it came with this ucky feeling of feeling like I would look at a part of my closet that I didn't want to look at, or a truth that I didn't want to be seen for, you know, which made me feel like a loser in some way. So this 3 swords needs to get processed. That's the death card in reverse. It's like, I have to heal. I have to heal. Okay, heal that part of myself that maybe I was dragging my feet or not wanting to accept because it was easier to stay in denial or admit some truth. Yeah, I feel like this person really didn't want to see or acknowledge it, but it's like your love or your compassion here that I felt, and then it was removed. It sort of forced me to have to heal, forced me to look at it. It's like, I want you to be in my world. It feels good when you're caring and giving me and sharing emotions. And so the only way for me to get your caring, sharing emotions here, for you to show up and for us to find harmony here, is for me to walk away from this thing. Like why was I sticking to this thing anyway? It wasn't giving anything more to me. It was just weighing me down. I feel this person was weighed down by this thing. And so they're looking at this connection and they're saying this makes me feel good, and this other part of this world did not make me feel good. Like, which way would I walk? But I think they were idle here for some time, weighing the two sides. Like, do I stay here longer? But it wasn't because your love didn't feel good or didn't feel like the right option. It was just knowing that if I was to choose and walk away to here, I'd have to acknowledge something about this thing that I've been denying or not wanting to see or accept, because I'd have to face the 3 swords. So it doesn't mean that I'm emotionally attached to this thing so much so that it's like I don't want to part with it. It's like I don't want to have to face the acceptance of something here that was painful. Something that it didn't work or that isn't working, that's painful for me to accept the truth and see it clearly. And so that's what's hard for me to do. And I feel like it's still hard for your person to do because they're still in the death in the reverse. So I don't want to be completely honest or completely see, but I have to walk away from this thing. Like I can't stay there. And so, and we see this teeter-totter thingy, and I'm even getting a swing. So I don't know, like this person might have, and still seems to me to be a little bit of a swinging from that in which they know to this connection, but that was the problem. It's like this teeter-totter of energy, and they have to get healed when it comes to prioritizing, and they have to get more centered and not so up and down and not so back and forth. And so this is what they want to do. It's like, how can I get more centered? How can I not be, going from one to the other and bouncing? And I feel they do want to align themselves with you, but they know, like, I have to be healed and I have to be centered and I have to show up in an energy here that's going to be workable and harmonious. The only way to do that is for me to walk away from this thing that's already not working. Okay, so pile number 1, that's your reading. I hope this resonated or at least made sense to you. And if you're drawn to another pile, I will see you there. All right, bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 2. You guys picked the Every Little Thing You Do Is Magic and the Spheres of Heaven tarot. Will be using this first tarot pack to take a look at your person's feelings and their thoughts. And then we'll be using the second tarot pack to look at their next action. Okay. So let's take a look. I do highly suggest you go listen to the disclaimer. If it's your first time to tarot, or your first time to this channel, or even if it's your first time listening to a love reading here. Okay, so that you're in the know of what to expect. All right, so we'll look at your person's feelings and thoughts, and here generally they come hand in hand, because when we're thinking something, it pulls out our emotions. And so we'll see, what is this person, the person for pile number 2 that they came here about? What are their thoughts and feelings towards pile 2 in this connection? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. The person they came here about, spirits. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing your reading. We have the Death card in reverse, so Scorpio energy. Doesn't have to be their sun, moon, rising. This could certainly be a time frame in the connection, even that's significant. October could come through here, November. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. So we have the 3 pentacles in reverse. Thank you so much, pile number 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to do your reading. We have the Oracle of Cups, which I believe is the Queen of Cups. We have the Apprentice of Cups, which is the Page of Cups. And why is this 3 of Pentacles here in reverse, Spirit? Oopsie. So we have the Empress, which is Libra and Taurus, clarified by the Hierophant, Taurus energy. And then finally, why is this Queen of Cups here, Spirit? We have the Champion of Pentacles, and I do feel that is the King of Pentacles by the 2 swords. So let me just make sure. That's before I start to channel that. Champion. Oh no, that's the Knight. Okay, sorry, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. And then the Queen of Cups. Okay. Knight of Pentacles. And under the 2 swords, we have the High Priestess in reverse, Pisces energy. So we have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Taurus, Taurus, Libra, and Scorpio. Okay, I do want to pull your Oracle cards here, and then we will get into channeling what this is all about. For pile number 2, spirits, how is pile 2's person feeling and thinking in this connection at this time about pile 2 specifically in this connection? Please and thank you. I do feel that one. And one more. Okay. We have number 40, or the number 4, which is Emperor energy, Aries energy. It says, be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. I'm getting a lot of star energy, Aquarius energy from that energy. And then we have 46, which is the number 10. So 10 is all about transformation, ends of cycles. Okay, it says, spend quality time together. Listen and talk to each other. Okay. So let's see. Ten of Wands under the deck, or sorry, under that. Okay, there's probably going to be more here because I feel like I'm getting just such a little snippet of this whole thing, but I feel like this person has been resisting showing up in this connection to work with you with this 3 pentacles. And so they could have either been keeping to themselves, but keeping this connection as a dream for the future. It's like, I see you as a perfect ideal of something in the future that would be for me. You know, like for me, what I'd want is this connection, ideally, at some point in time when I'm ready to work with you and when the stars align and I'm in this energy that I could see myself being in. Okay, but I feel like maybe it's some idolized version of themselves in a distant future, or maybe there was some real thing here that was getting in the way of this person being available to work with you. So for some of you guys, it's like, once I don't know, have this divorce, or once I finish this contract out of state because my work requires me to be there, or once I figure out what I'm doing with myself career-wise because this is my main focus right now, or once I deal with this thing that's been in my world that I know needs to change. Okay, it needs to change because it is a part of my world right now, and I'm working through or working on the version of myself that I need to be. And so here you are as this ideal version of what I'd want for myself, and so I would hope that like this person uses you as sort of this energy to motivate them to be able to deal with whatever struggles I feel this person is dealing with here. And so I do feel like this person, if I feel for a lot of you guys, I don't feel this person's been removed. It's like I feel like this person's been in your world in some capacity. Okay, but removed energetically, because I feel like they haven't been building anything with you. So it's like they come to talk to you, or they come to spend time with you in some way here, but it's like just to give them enough motivation is what I feel here, to dream of a potential with you, but it's like I don't see it today, or I couldn't see how to get here. And so it's like I knew at some point in time I would have to work towards or pick up the energy to build with you, but I haven't done this. And so here we sit in this two swords energy, which is always the stalemate, like you're left in the unclear and I'm sitting here not choosing to move towards you, but I'm also not telling you no. And so you sense something here because who won't feel this? Like they have this like sparkle in their eye when they think about you and the future that could be, and it motivates them to keep going in their world. But it's like, why is it that this person is having a difficult time transitioning out of this thing, that's taken up their energy, where they can't show up for you in a practical way here? But I do feel this person has feelings here for you. And I feel like this person might be the type of person that couldn't get much deeper than that, like come around, flirt with you, share with you, like quality time with you, and then bugger off. And it's like you're showing up as this established person here, like with this Empress, and it's like, here I am, this page. So I'm still in this novice energy and not at your level. Okay, so there's one, this person's not at your level yet, but in some fantasy state, maybe I will get there. But you're this beautiful Empress energy, the ideal version of who I'd want to be with here for the future. And you have certain values that are clear, and I'm not up to those values, or at least I can't live up to your value or what you would want as, I don't know, there's like a difference of values here. And so it's like, in order for me to get to your value so that I can commit with you and build this future you, I have to deal with something in my world. And so I feel like this person likes your love. I feel like this person wants you to continue to give to them emotionally and be around for them, like the compassion part of it. So it's like they can do without everything else at this point in time. Like, I don't know, maybe maybe you're thinking like, can we build a future together? Or I want to make it official, or give me some clarity and direction of what we're building, or whether you have the same values as me at this point, or am I sort of on a page on my own? And it's like, I just kind of want from you right now to keep showing me love here, and whatever it is that I need to feel from you, because I feel a way about you. And this keeps me going towards the road that's going to lead me towards something greater than where I'm at. However long this has been taking, which I feel is taking a very long time with this Knight of Pentacles, like very long. But it's like, I do want to get there. So the only thing I really need from you is your compassion while I'm figuring this out, or your don't shut me out, like give me the love that you give me. But even though here it's like they're not doing anything in this 3D world that makes you feel like they're contributing in some way to build something. And so it's like, I can't build anything with emotions. I can't build anything with a hope of a future that's not very clear here, and I feel like this person isn't even promising you like a future thing, because I don't feel they're telling you. I feel like it's just energetically, it's like they know that things would get better in the future, or that there's an ideal version of them that in the future could be, I don't know, could be them, or that they could choose, but it's like, I don't see it right now. And definitely there's something spiritual here that's being felt, but it's like I can't see or know how to get there at this point in time while I'm wrapped up in this thing that needs to be dealt with or released. But we see this 10 of Wands in reverse. And so this is where I was telling you guys I might need more, because I feel like either this Queen of Cups energy has been compromised, meaning you're no longer, I don't know, like just pouring endlessly to this person, you know, or maybe you've said, because I'm not clear here in your direction, I'm going to slowly move forward, or they feel you slowly moving towards something that is more aligned with your values. And so it's like you're sort of slowly pulling away, or focusing on something other than this connection, because to you, the 3D world of what you can build and your values and reflecting back to you your states is important here, rather than staying potentially in a situation that feels like they're held up or they're not wanting to change or release. And so there's been with the 10 of Wands in reverse, like I can no longer maintain this energy. I can no longer maintain an energy of not contributing or not showing up or staying in fantasy land or a wish. You know, and I do feel this person really appreciates the time you guys spend together. I feel like it was used as, again, motivation or some form of energy that helped propel them towards motivation. You know, I don't know, maybe they're really stagnant in something here. So I do want to dig into this, because I'm not very clear, you know, what's created this 10 Wands and why is it that we're still in a reverse here. So yeah, before I get into the action, spirits, can we dive in a little bit deeper? Pile number 2's person's feelings and thoughts regarding this reverse death and the reverse 10 of Wands. More information, please. Thank you so much. What am I missing here? Can we dive in a little deeper towards this person's feelings and thoughts right here, right now, spirits? Please help me to channel this message. Please help me to see anything I'm missing for the greatest and highest good of this connection. Thank you so much. All right, so pile number 2's person. Why do we have that death in reverse and that 10 of Wands? Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune is allowing the universe sort of to take the wheel when we are just sort of at the mercy of our circumstances. You know, sometimes we're up, sometimes we're down. And I feel like with that 2 swords, we were seeing those tools. It's like they're not proactively grabbing a tool to make something happen, like a magician. It's like, I'll just see sort of where this goes. Maybe they're in some form of transformation that's out of their control, you know, like, I don't know, this is weird. 5 of Swords, and it's causing conflict. And look at the snakes. The snake's all about shedding the old version in order to be reborn. So there's a past version of this person that's definitely falling away, but it's created conflict. And maybe it's a painful process of shedding this snake skin, but I don't know. Let's see, Spirit. Can we get some more information regarding this reverse death and this 10 of Wands in reverse? What's going on here? Champion of Cups. So that's the Knight of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Why is this 5 swords here, Spirit? Oh, look, they even put numbers. I like this. 54. So what's 54? That's number 11. So 11 is a spiritual number. There might be some form of a spiritual awakening or some spiritual transformation in this person's world that's creating some form of conflict here. Yeah, and even with the universe here, with the Wheel of Fortune, could be some spiritual transformation. 8 of Swords in reverse. So limiting thoughts and beliefs. And there's the 7 swords. And there's the 10 swords. And there's the Hermit in reverse. Oh my goodness. So very spiritual here. Virgo energy. And more Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Okay, so, and then the Ace of Pentacles. Let me sit her with this one, okay? At the Deer, the Fawn. Hermit in reverse, eh? I think what this person feels like is there's a part of their world with that death in reverse that's happening to them that's out of their control, is how they feel, okay? Whether you believe it or not believe it. And so they're stuck in it in some way, and they know that it too shall pass eventually, and that there is a connection to you in the future, an ideal state that they want to be in. But right now, their world is got them stuck. And so either there's someone, a mother of their child, a sibling, a parent, an ex-lover, I don't know, a Queen of Pentacles that's either dependent on them or that they're dependent on in a practical way. That's a reality in their world. It's a pentacle. Okay, so it's not like for them, it's like just a limiting belief in some way. It's like this pentacle realm that I live in is very real to me. And so this person depends on me financially, or I got to provide, some form of stability. And so I can't wait till circumstances change, but it's out of my hands right now because I have to financially provide, or I have no other means. But Spirit is saying that the limitation that they're putting on this connection, saying because of this, therefore I'm limited with this other world, is just their own sort of mind prison. And this is what's keeping the conflict here in their world, because there's an untrue belief here that prisons them. There we see the lioness in the cage. So it's like they want to be free of whatever this thing is. They really want to, but they feel conflicted because, again, like if we're dealing with, let's say, a mother of your child, like what do you morally do here, right? So there's certain things here that are like to this person that they can't just sort of disconnect from, but they're transforming out of this old energy because they realize that there is a 5 sword situation in their own world that creates conflict here. The longer they stay in a situation where someone's dependent, or where it limits them from building what they want for themselves in the future. And it's like, I know what I feel. So they have feelings for you with this Knight of Cups. Like the feelings are there, but where we're sort of in this 7 swords energy is like, I can't follow my feelings, or I can't express my feelings so much because of this other thing. And so I want to be able to, because I do feel love and I want to show and express it, but that would mean then I'd have to sort of resolve and deal with something here that isn't quite over. And so here I sit hiding my truest feelings, or just not following up on these feelings, or running with this until the timing's right. And so the only time is going to be right is when I put an end to that situation. But I feel like even with this deer, this fawn, it's like a situation where this person might feel like it's difficult for them to put an end to it. Because look at these swords and this deer, like it seems almost unfair, like it's unfair, or like it's unjust, or how can I do it? Like they can't bring themselves to doing it in some way. There's a lot of fear here as well of ending this thing, but they also see it as an obstacle. So it's like, it's an obstacle. I fear of putting a closure to it in some way. Like, what's the best way for me to do this? And so maybe I've been at odds, or I really need to sort of reflect here about how to best go about this, like what's best for me. And I've been maybe really not doing the best thing for me. I've been doing the best thing I thought the situation would call for, or that the divine would intervene and things would be set. But it's like, I feel this person sees there being a new beginning for them, but it's like the only time I can really move towards this new beginning is once I have the ending, or create the ending, or the ending happens in the world here that seems really out of my control. Apprentice of Pentacles. So that's the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like, then I could pursue and entertain this opportunity with you in the Pentacle realm. But until then, this person feels like they have to deal with this situation. So I don't know if this person just feels very, very removed from your world, contemplating, reflecting, trying to resolve this thing and come out of all the reasons why it can't work or what's conflicting here about your situation in this state. But they feel like they go hand in hand. I can't show you, I can't move forward with my emotions here with you because I got to deal with this thing here. Yeah, so, okay, interesting. If this sounds like what you think they're feeling and thinking, then let's get into their actions and see what they are going to do. Now, like I say, if I do this 10 minutes from now, we might get a whole different series of actions because actions aren't set in stone. It is where their energy's at the time of the reading. And so sometimes we sit in the same energy frequency for a very long time, and we're in the same trajectory of what's supposed to happen, but we can control where we're navigating. So if this person maintains how they're maintaining, let's see what's going to happen here. Spirits, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. What's going to be pile 2's person's next action towards pile 2's person's action towards pile 2 in this connection? What will be their next move? The next action in this connection. It seems like someone who's very passive, by the way. So we have 4 cups in reverse. What's pile 2's person's next action in this connection? What will be their next move towards pile 2 in this connection, Spirit? 2 cups in reverse. Queen of Wands in reverse. Why is this 4 of Cups here, Spirits in reverse? We have the Ace, no, sorry, oh yes, it is, the Ace of Swords. And we have 4 cards. I'm going to leave these 4 over here. I feel it's probably telling a story. Why is this 2 of Cups here in reverse, Spirit? We have the Lovers, Gemini energy, and we have the King of Pentacles. Interesting. He has something that kind of looks like a sword here. King of Pentacles and the High Priestess Pisces energy. And we have the Page of Wands. I don't read bottom of the deck in reverse. And we have Strength, Leo energy. Let's pull one of these as well. Spirit for pile number 2's person's next move and their actions in this connection. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. What will their person's next action be in this connection? 2 cards. We have 31, or the number 4. 4 is Emperor energy. Aries energy is about stability. And it says, love makes the difference. Love helps heal past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. And 37, or the number 10. 10 is about completions, ends of cycle, and transformation. It says, act as if your partner is here, whether you have someone in your life or not. Act as if they are with you, so you always consider them. Okay. Interesting. We'll see these shortly, okay? Leo, and then we have the King of Cups in reverse under that. Okie dokie. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Okay. The situation your person is in requires them to make a decision. Some of you guys, they might be in an unhealthy connection. Okay, like another relationship. Relationship doesn't have to be intimate. Like I said, I don't know, partner, sibling, mother, blah, 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 whatever the other person. I feel like it potentially is a responsibility this person has. It's another commitment to something, and the decision is theirs. Okay, and I see that this person sees the decision being theirs. And I think they're coming to terms with a truth that they can't avoid, which is I have been unhappy in a situation and sitting there unhappy, tick-tock, looking at the clock, waiting for the universe to get involved here. And now I know that the truth of the matter is that I have to make a choice. And so they're looking at their situation from the aspect that you, and I do feel you're coming through as this Queen of Wands in reverse, you've been not shown and in the dark about how I truly feel as long as I maintain in this other thing, this other situation. And so I have to come to terms with what it is that I truly need to align, that's going to align with my feelings, which would require me to lean into my strength and my courage. And so I'm going to move towards exploring what this looks like. But I feel like this person feels like energetically, like this person is coming to terms with something, but I feel like physically on a practical level here, I don't see them like doing any action aside from it happening sort of in the hermit's energy, like actually coming to truth with something, sitting and knowing where they're unhappy, knowing where what's not working, what's in balance for them. And it's like, if I stay where I'm at, it's emotionally unbalanced. And you and I will be emotionally unbalanced too. I can't show up for you if I stay where I'm at. And so intuitively, I'm being called to take action. And it's like, okay, I know I need to take action. I know I need to address this decision here. And whatever it is that I'm attached to here in my practical world is attached to this decision. And so I feel like this person is sort of deciding between the practical world and the emotional world. But it's like I have to be honest with what it is that I'm seeing and come to terms with this thing. And so I feel like this King of Cups is still in reverse. And this King of Pentacles is in the upright. And so it's like, is this person's practical world more important than their emotions? I tend to think this person thinks so. But they're being called to lean into their courage and explore. And I feel this is what this person is doing, because I feel like they have a passion here with the Page of Wands, the strength, talking about passion, and then even your energy with this Queen of Wands. So there's a desire to move towards you, but it's like you're not being shown your value. And some of you guys might be downright just upset with this person, because they haven't been able to take action towards you and be cowardly. And so they're like, well, I don't want to lose pile number 2 forever. So it's like, I will show up here. Like I'm still interested in them, which will take me some courage, but it's like, I'm still held back. I'm still not completely open with my feelings. I'm just showing you enough here because I'm still one foot into this practical pentacle realm that I'm committed to in some way that I know doesn't emotionally fill me up. But it's like my Queen of Wands does. And I don't want to sit here missing out. And so I feel like this person's going to come talk to you or going to tell you, I've understood something or I see something. And you're going to say, okay, what do you see? And they're like, I see that my current situation is emotionally unhappy for me and that I have to make a decision. And you're like, okay, well, no shit. Right? Like, and they're like, okay, well, I feel like I feel pulled to you and I feel desire for you and I feel a spiritual connection to you. And it's like, okay, but it's like, what can they provide to you here? Like what can they actually give to you? I feel like it's lacking substance. Yeah, the Fool in reverse. It's like they have to leave the baggage and everything behind to take the risk. And I don't feel this person is ready to risk leaving this other commitment here. Like they're sitting on this verge of making this decision. So let's see, maybe these cards are going to give us some clarity. But I feel like maybe if this is your current state, because I feel like for some of you guys, you've been sitting here for some time. And then this could certainly be, where this is going. But I feel like there's going to be communication or there's clarity around this. And it's like, okay, I have been held back with my emotions and I want to explore this because I do feel like they're not going to sit idle and let you walk away. But it's like, okay, but chasing you for what? Like, what are they going to actually show you or gift you? There's a Magician, Gemini, and Virgo. So this is like communicating to you what it is that they want to make happen here. There's the Devil, Capricorn energy, the Hangman in reverse, Pisces energy, and there's the Queen of Swords. So, Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I feel like this person wants not to lose you. And so they're going to do bare minimum is kind of what I feel here. I still have the Devil, which is the thing that chains me because I'm committed to this thing, even though it doesn't make me happy. And so I need to acknowledge this Devil in my world. But my mindset is the same. My mindset is making the same sort of decisions from the same place. I can't create new resolution if my mindset is at the same level it's always been to make the decisions it's always been making. And so I feel like this person is manifesting more of the same type of energy here. And it's not that they want to keep things the same. And it's not that they are, I don't think they're even understanding that they have more power to rise above their situation to make a different manifestation in the world. It's like they want different manifestations, but they're coming from the level that they've always been at here. And so I feel they feel very stuck. And at the same time, they don't want you to go. And at the same time, it's like they know that the only way that they're going to keep you is to give you some form of clarity or some form of understanding. And it's like in the meantime, you're having a transformation in your own world. And maybe you're completely ignoring this person, as far as they're concerned. And it's like, I don't want you to ignore me. I don't want you to move on here without me. But it's like, okay, well, then they have to do something about this Devil in this world that's holding them back. And it's like, okay, I'll do something and I'll come towards you like this Page. But what's the Page got? Like nothing. Like emotionally, this person can't provide anything deep here because of the fact that they're still attached to this devil-y thing. So I don't know if this makes sense, you guys. It just seems really, I don't like delivering this, but let's see. I'm going to dive in a little deeper then and see if we can just get a little bit more. Spirit, pile number 2's person then. Are they just sort of hanging on this devil? Like, what further can pile number 2 expect then in this situation? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 2. What can they expect in this situation then? Thank you so much. Pile number 2. What can they expect in this situation from their person? I do feel this is going to be sideways. The Moon. Okay, so lots of fear, lots of uncertainty. 7 of Wands in reverse. Pile number 2's person. What can pile number 2 expect from this person? So the Moon is Pisces and Cancer energy. Hierophant in reverse, Taurus energy. 3 Pentacles in reverse. Why is this Moon here, Spirit? King of Pentacles, which is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Knight of Cups. And finally, why is this Hierophant in reverse and this 3 Pentacles in reverse? 9 Wands and 7 Cups. No, 8 Cups. Sorry, 8 Cups. Okay, that's good in Lovers. 8 Cups in Lovers. Gemini under that and 7 Cups under that. Okay, so the choice is this. Either keep you in limbo and a whole bunch of confusion here with 7 Cups, because that is leaving the back door open, a bunch of options, and it's not buttoning things down and not choosing. Okay, and 8 of Cups is choosing to walk away from what doesn't emotionally satisfy me. That's the decision this person is faced with. They know this. Okay, and so it is felt very heavily here. It's like, do what makes me feel good with my cups, or stay in a situation here that's practically makes sense. So financially, I have to do this thing. This is where this confusion is, and this is where this person is sort of figuring out. There's a lot of fear here when it comes to giving up this practical world. I don't feel like there's any emotional commitments other than a commitment of, I got to do the financially mature thing, or I'm dependent on this thing, and so therefore I can't let go of my pentacle realm, and so I feel like this person is coming to the point where they can't no more fight, resist, or protect this world of the pentacle thing, that they're going to have to surrender to their emotions. And this is where that high priestess was leading this person. It's like you can't shut out your emotions, no matter how much your world relies on this pentacle realm. And it's like they're going to hit to this point where they're going to have to deal with their fear, and they're going to have to decide to close out this confusion and the 7 cups, to walk away from their hierophant in their world. And so I feel like right now their hierophant in their world is something that doesn't make sense at all. And they won't be able to practically get what it is that they think is keeping up from that world. So right now, if it, I don't know, pays the bills, or it, whatever the thing is, it's like they can't be engaged and give to that situation or work in that situation, because it becomes against their values. It becomes against what they could build. It's no longer cohesive and collaborating, because it goes so against how I feel. Because my feelings for pile number 2 are very strong. And so only when I surrender will there be growth and movement here. And how do I surrender? I have to make the choice to walk away. So that's inevitable. But I feel they're still shifting out of this uncertainty, this fear. They're not seeing very clearly. That's just because there's a pentacle commitment here, that's not the be all end all. And so I feel like, is this person going to give up? No. 9 of Pentacles, or 9 of Wands. This is the wounded warrior. This is, I will fight. And I feel this person's going to fight to get out of this sort of state, but in the meantime, it's like they're defensive. They're defensive because it's like, don't make me step outside of my pentacle realm that gives me the comfort, or that I feel is morally right, or that I'm choosing to commit to here despite my emotions. And so they're defensive, but it's like, okay, but they're not giving up, they're not throwing in the towel. But at one point, it's like Spirit says they have to surrender. And they have to finally acknowledge to themselves that their emotions are equally valid here, how they feel and what they want to, build for a future here can't just be in the pentacle realm. Like sure, you could build an empire out of something here, but if it's hollow and it doesn't support any of your values and stuff like this, like, is that something you want to maintain? And I feel like this person comes to see this. And they have to walk away, and choose their emotions over this pentacle realm. But it takes some time. All right, beautiful people. Now, for some of you guys, this could be Cancer timeline. So it could be, I don't know when you're watching, but July is sticking through like a timeline. So it could be confirmation for some of you guys, of when. And for others of you guys, a moon is one sort of lunar cycle. So there could be some movement here in a month's time around this person sort of surrendering or coming to some clearer understanding about their commitments. Okay, but yeah, so a month or maybe July is significant. That's coming through as a timeline. Okay, so I love you guys. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello. Pile number 3. You guys picked the Heavenly Bloom Tarot and the Sacerdotito. I don't know how to say it. Sacerdotito Tarot. You see, you read. So we'll be using this first tarot pack. That's this one right here, to get your person's feelings and thoughts. And then the second tarot to look at their next move or action in this connection. Okay, I do suggest you go listen to the disclaimer. For sure. Okay, if it's your first time to this channel, or just to tarot, or even to love reading, to take a listen, so that's you're not thrown off. Okay, but we're looking at your person on your mind, their thoughts and their feelings, which when I do these readings, they come hand in hand, because our thoughts drive our feelings, because our feelings don't just come out of thin air. They're generally pulled by a thought we have. So we're going to look at thoughts and feelings right here, right now. Okay, this is a timeless reading, meaning whenever you come across the video, the message was meant to find you, and then we'll take a look at their next move. Okay, So Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of this connection. Of pile number 3, the person on their mind, what are they thinking and feeling at this time? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of this connection. Please help me to channel this message as clearly and concisely as I can. And thank you so much, pile number 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing this reading for you. So we have Justice in reverse, which is Libra. Temperance, Sagittarius energy. We have the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. We have the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Why is this Justice in reverse here, Spirit? 8 of Cups. Why is this King of Wands here, Spirit, in reverse? And we have the Empress, Taurus, Libra, and we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. And finally, why is this King of Cups here, Spirit? We have the Star, Aquarius energy, clarified by the Queen of Laurels, which is Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy, and the Wheel of Fortune under this. Don't read bottom of the deck reverse. And we have the 9 of Pentacles in reverse under that. So let's pull the Oracle cards. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 3's connection. Pile 3's person, the person they came here about. What are their feelings and thoughts right here, right now, Spirit? I do feel just 3 for you guys. Okay, and this is giving me... This the King of Wands is a girl, okay? And you guys know, well, if you've been here before, I get agitated because I want a fair distribution of masculine, feminine energy in my decks when I read it. I feel a lot of feminine energy here. Some of you guys might be in the same sex connection, okay? Not for all of you guys, but it certainly can be. Okay, but anyway, let's go back to what I was doing here before I got agitated. Remember, nothing to do with gender. I'm talking solely energy, okay? We have number 16, and this says, love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. Okay, so this is Chariot energy because 16 is the number 7. Okay, but 16 is also Tower energy. Interesting. Okay. And then we have 46, or the number 10. So 10 is about transformations, ends of cycle. Spend quality time together, listen and talk to each other. And number 37, another 10. So 10 is about completions, ends of cycles, transformation. Could even be Wheel of Fortune energy, the number 10, which we have at the bottom of the deck. So that's giving me a lot of Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune could be something fated or the universe sort of guiding in some way here. It says, act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. Okay. Let me sit here with this energy, you guys, and see what pulls through in regards to this person's feelings and their thoughts. King of Laurels, King of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Oh my goodness, lots of energy here. I don't know if there's lots of people involved here in this situation or just lots of aspects here. Let's see. I have a feeling this is going to be a crazy reading. Spirit. Okay. I do feel for this group, it might turn, okay? So if you don't hear what your situation is right away, it might come clear as we go. But there's definitely one thing that's coming clear for some of you guys. There is another connection that either you or your person is in here, okay? And it definitely could be a marriage with this Justice in reverse and this King and Queen of Laurels. And so either you're the wife or you recognize that this person is in some sort of marriage, okay? or you're in some sort of marriage and you're asking about your person. But either way, there's some relationship going on with an existing partnership. And so there's a lot of obstacles when it comes to this specific connection that you came here about. Because in order for there to be a cohesive coming together where both sides are going to be harmonious, we have to resolve what's going on with a marriage. Okay. And what does that look like? That looks like walking away from any situations that aren't emotionally satisfying, and any connections here that don't bring a harmonious one-on-one balance. And so you could be observing your person in a situation that isn't balanced. So they're in a connection, it's not balanced, and you're like, okay, well, how can we find harmony together? It's like, well, they got to walk away and recognize this, and so I feel like there is deep, deep love here with this Empress showing up. But it's like this person is unavailable to confidently pursue this connection or pursue their feelings or go after what it is that they want until they acknowledge or deal with this other connection that they're sort of wrapped up in. And if this is you, then it's like you're in a connection here with a situation where it's not working clearly, but you're not available to pursue your person. And so Spirit is saying, like, I got the wheel. You're being divinely guided in a flow. You have to deal with your King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles situation. This is why your person is not available to you. I don't care if they're on Pluto. I don't care if they're next door. I don't care if they're sleeping under your bed. They're not available to you, and they are not going to be. So this is a wake-up call to you to find harmony and healing in order to walk away from a situation that isn't just, it's not balanced, it's not good for you, because you deserve to be fully appreciated for this loving Empress energy that you're supposed to experience. And so how do we know this? Well, we have to go through a journey of realization. What are we, where are we committing to? Shows a lot about how we feel about ourselves. So are we laying healthy boundaries? Do we know our full self-worth? Are we being appreciated for the capacity of who we are? Because if not, then this means that we are lacking some understanding of our own self-worth. And so Spirit is saying, like, we have to acknowledge any relationship, situation, whatever we're invested in here that isn't balanced and isn't healthy. And until we do this, we're going to be sort of unavailable here to engage in the situation with this person. Okay, so how does this person feel? Well, I feel like there's passion and love. We see cups, we see wands. Okay, and it's like they're there. But the universe says it doesn't matter how they feel so much, because their feelings could be super intense and sit here in this potential until the timing is right. And only when the timing is right, then the distant future here could be something that happens. Okay, and so either we're depending on our situation to provide us with the stability, and so we're choosing stability over cups, then we're telling the universe what we want. We're saying, this is more important to me. And it's like, okay, well then, are you saying to the universe you don't care about whether you're emotionally fulfilled or not? Do you need to learn about balance and heal this Divine Empress energy, come into your full Divine Empress energy and know how to find your own stability outside of that connection that you're depending on? Okay, now if this is your person, then it's like your person is in a situation here that is definitely not working, but it's like, I'm not available to you to make myself single, to be independent, because I'm still engaged in some pentacle realm, and I need to find the love for myself to understand what feels good emotionally for me and heal this part of me and find balance and justice for myself. And that's what I'm being guided to do. Okay, so you can apply this to whoever it is that I'm reading here, but I feel like in the meantime, this is all happening sort of in this spiritual dimension of like, I don't know, there's like this fantasy of being together one day, or like this vision of how we can be. And so spiritually we're connected with each other and we're experiencing love. But it's like, it's a distant star. And maybe this person is motivating you to make action in your world solely in this journey in order for you to get out, or maybe you're providing support for your person here to get out, but it's like you're getting the short end of the deal. And it's like, well, divine is saying, we don't know why we're involved and engaged with certain people and have certain roles, but karma knows, and so we could say, well, it's unjust or it's unfair. And it's like, I'm just sort of this person's, like this person isn't committed to me, or this person hasn't left their situation, and, and whatever. They're just sort of using me here as, I don't know, as energy to motivate them to make move. And it's like, okay, well, yes, but remember, we all have certain roles we're come to this world to fulfill. And so the divine knows what it's doing. And we only see one snapshot in time. And so we could get discouraged, or we could start to look at what's not working and sort of, get very discouraged. And so the divine says, trust in this journey, trust that whatever's supposed to flow is going to flow here, but we have to accept things as they are and not get in the way or not resist. And so if we start to cling to certain things because it makes more sense in the pentacle realm at the expense of emotionally walking away, then we're not really healing, and we're not really in a position to inquire about what this person is doing or feeling here, because it's sort of, we're using it as sort of like a crutch here to make me feel in a certain way because I'm lacking in this world that I live in. And it's like, face the world you live in and then know your full capacity. Here's this beautiful Empress. Your full Empress doesn't have to be a fantasy faraway dream. It could be a real world experience here for you. And Spirit really wants you to see this. So there is a need to acknowledge the pentacle realm, and then there's a need to acknowledge, how are we emotionally feeling here? So I don't know what side of the fence you fall on. This sounds like a whole bunch of mixes of stuff, and I feel like sometimes we feel very discouraged, and sometimes we feel like things are going really good energetically here. But I feel like it's always about energy, and it's always about the feelings of love that we might be getting, but I feel like we're in some form of denial, or we're not dealing with something in the pentacle realm. And so if your person is removed and you're like not in denial and you're like, they got to deal with their pentacle realm, then, let's see, like Spirit, what more can we see then about this dynamic? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. Clear and concise message, Spirit. What's going on here? A deeper look at the dynamic for pile 3. Thank you so much. Please help me to channel this message as clearly and concisely as I can. 5 swords in reverse. And the Wheel of Fortune yet again. It's to get out of conflict here. Knight of Swords in reverse. Temperance in reverse. We have to confront something in order to become ready and healed. That's why we're divinely on this journey. So I'm going to take the one that revealed itself. 2 swords. The Fool in reverse. I do feel these 2 cards. I'm going to put them over here. Why is this Knight of Swords in reverse and this Temperance in reverse? So that's Sagittarius energy, Aquarius energy. Why is this? I'll leave that right where it is. Holy, everything's just falling into place. The divine has the wheel. King of Cups in the crossing position here. And then we have 9 cups at the bottom of the deck. Again, don't read bottom of the deck reverse. Under that, we have the Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then we have the 3 of Wands in reverse and the 6 cups in reverse. I will flip these as well. So 10 cups in reverse and the Chip, Cancer. This is giving me whole new cards, but same messaging again. So what's happened? Spirit is saying the divine is putting you on a journey, whichever side you fall on here. Okay. You could be the person who is showing someone karma in order to free themselves, or you could be the one that's having to free yourself. But either way, both you guys might be mirrored. It could be happening on both sides. Both could be true. Emotional happiness cannot be at the expense of a pentacle world that we created. Both you guys might be shutting yourselves out of what emotionally makes you happy here. Okay, so we're learning about compassion. We're learning about love. We're learning about unconditional love. How to choose our heart space and how to engage with cups, okay, which has nothing to do with pentacles, which is difficult if we've lived in a pentacle realm or like we haven't fed our soul. Okay, so I feel like Spirit's really saying that maybe you and this person, whichever way you want to read it, has been in a lot of conflict here at the expense of shoving down or not acknowledging feels, because there's too much risk. And so I'll play it safe. I won't explore. I won't even consider my own emotions here. And the universe said, screw that. I'm going to intervene here, or else you'll be stuck and not expand and not move and not grow spiritually or in your world. And so the the King and the Queen of Cups is a connection here that is solely based on love. Okay, this is like these two, the King and the Queen of Cups, love the deepest out of all of the kings and the queens in the tarot pack. It's like a love felt unlike no other. It has no other reason other than to truly feel and experience love from a unconditionally loving place. Okay, so very compassionate, very intuitive, very creative, very deep, very spiritual. And so this is what you're being called to experience. Okay, between you and this person. But we need to know what is our 9 cups. And so to get to know what our 9 cups is, we have to go through whatever the ups and the downs are here. Okay, and so you might be in this 2 swords, not seeing just yet the way, because when the Wheel of Fortune has the wheel, we are sort of at the mercy here. But when we're being called to make decisions, we have to make decisions or else we're the hang up. And so I feel like Spirit is saying here, someone is running away. Someone is not confronting the need to bring balance to their world. And so they're shutting it down. And so as long as they run away and not confront and shut it down, then they won't heal and they won't be ready for this union of the King and the Queen of Cups. So that's where this connection's at. Someone really needs to acknowledge and confront that they're in balance, that they need to heal because they're stuck and things aren't moving forward in this connection. Why are they doing this? Because there is a person, place, experience, thing of the past that has stunted this person emotionally, that keeps repeating some form of cycle in their world that doesn't allow them to expand or move with themselves when it comes to love and cups. So it's safer to cling to the pentacle. It's safer to cling to the world that I know. It's safer to cling to the unhealthy version of myself. Okay, so this is also talking about soulmates. And so we could be definitely like have this soul recognition between you and this person, or this person just has been involved maybe with a soulmate that isn't now allowing them growth. You know, just because they're a soulmate here, it's like, okay, but are we repeating cycles? Is this allowing us to move spiritually in our world here? Or is this something that's now lived its cycle? And I feel like this is something that's lived its cycle, whichever side you fall on. And so Spirit is dangling this carrot of the ideal 10 of Cups, King and Queen of Cups experience that will bring emotional happiness for self and happiness for both people here on a level that neither of you guys have experienced. And that's where you guys are moving towards. Okay. But the universe has the wheel with this Chariot, and the universe is really saying here, the only way for victory, the only way to get there is for us to navigate this Chariot and not be imbalanced and not resist and not try to control this Chariot in a way that we want it to go. We have to let the universe guide it, and we just maintain a balanced, healthy sort of energy. But we're not in a position to guide this Chariot because we're not confronting or dealing with something here. And so we're stuck, I feel, but the end result here is both people being happy emotionally within themselves and sharing in this union together. But it's a potential that is unrealized until someone confronts their need to heal. Someone confronts their soulmate that's trapping them in some cycle, or their childhood's stunted memory that scares them away from growth or movement, or looking at something as maybe a risk. It's like, if I look at this connection, it's a risk because now my emotions are out there and I'd rather just stay put. I'd rather stay in the safe zone, or I'd rather wait till that person's available before I start to make moves in my world. And Spirit's saying, no, make moves. Because if you're waiting around for someone else and you have the opportunity to make moves, you're running away. You're not confronting. So you can heal, you can confront, you can bring balance in your own world. And as you do this, then the wheel starts to turn. But if you're sort of sticking to a situation because it's safe, saying, well, it pays my bill, but I'll wait for this King of Cups to get his things in order, then we're just sitting here stalling and spinning our wheels, creating a 5 Swords situation in which Spirit's saying, time to get out. Time to get out of the 5 Swords. Okay, we're still sitting 2 Swords. And we might be 2 Swords thinking that someone else needs to get clear, or the situation needs to iron out, or things will turn better and then I'll make a move. And Spirit's saying, no, you're going to be in 2 Swords repeating cycles because there's a decision for you to make. Okay, so as long as you have a decision to make here, and you might feel like you don't, if you feel you don't, you have to ask the divine if there's a room here for a decision for you to make, regardless if this person is stuck in their own world or whatever. And that's the thing that you need to look at. You need to break free from that thing in order to move on, in order to move forward. Okay, so like, say, am I emotionally happy where I'm at, regardless where this person's at, or whether they're doing what they need to do, or they're keeping me in the dark, or they haven't done the thing. Am I emotionally happy? If I am, great. Then I don't know why we're really at this reading, because we'd probably just be happy and we'd be living our own life, our best life. But it's like, I'm not emotionally happy because, and what's this because? Because there's something I need to deal with. Not because this person's unclear, is because I need to confront something here. I need to heal something, and I need to be in doable, workable energy before the universe puts this King of Cups in front of me. Only then will we be ready to share and give and receive. But I have to be 9 cups. So find your way to get you your 9 cups. Okay, beautiful people, easier said than done, but that's what Spirit is totally guiding you to do. And we're looking at, did I say next move? No, let's look at the next reactions. That was very long. High Priestess. So very spiritual here. And this is all about being divinely guided. And we keep seeing that Wheel of Fortune. So this whole experience is for us to get clear. This whole experience is for us to navigate. And it feels like it's out of our hands. Very spiritual, a lot in the unseen, a lot of trusting in the divine. So let's see, Spirit, what is going to be pile number 3's person's next move, our next action in this connection? I feel like the divine is saying the ball's in your court is how I feel, regardless if this person is in a third party or you're the one. I think you're going to break and shake free from where you're at in order for this to move. But let's see. Pile number 3's person on their mind. What is their next move, their next action in this connection towards pile? I'm going to leave it the way it was. 9 of Cups in reverse. Ooh, my tiddly-tie. Tiddly-tie is right. So we got to hide the tots. So we have breakthrough. For a star to be born, it must first collapse. This is not your destruction. This is your birth. I couldn't explain it better myself. So we might feel like we're giving up our own world here, or like in order to have the breakthrough, we have to deconstruct the world we built here. In order to get the star, the wish, this connection, we have to look at ourselves. What did I say? We have to look at our 9 cups. Are we in a 9 cup situation? So we're being called to look at the 9 cups. Now, like I say, if this is your person, then they're really being called to look at the 9 cups in their world here to have a breakthrough. But I do feel there's an intertwined mirroring happening. And as long as you're sort of stuck because you're here, meaning you're conscious of this connection, then I feel the ball is in your court to detangle some of this. So what's pile 3's person's next move here, Spirit? Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, things will be stuck here regardless if the divine wants you to move forward or not until we identify what's this 9 cups. And we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. Why is this 9 of Cups here in the crossing position, Spirit? 9 Swords, anxiety about doing what's best for me. The Moon, lack of clarity, lots of fear, Dark Night of the Soul, anxieties, a need to face our emotions and be honest with ourselves, but there's too much fear in doing this. Ace of Cups in the beginning. And finally, this Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then the 10 Pentacles. And she looks like she's, oh, there's 2 people here doing some yoga pose. And then the 10 of Cups in reverse. 10, 10. 10s are ends of cycles. And transformation. Okay, let's pull this too. What is pile number 3's person's next move here, Spirits? Next move And we have look to your inner strength. Yes, you are stronger than you realize. Number 11. So lots of spiritual energy again pulling through. Let me sit here with this energy. Okay, I'm going to read this like it's your energy. I do feel like you're still looking to this person, you know? I do feel that. And I think your person does have things they need to do. They might be mirroring your exact situation in their own world or in their own right. And I know we're looking at what their next move is. And Divine's really saying the divine is orchestrating this experience, the 11 and this Wheel of Fortune. Okay, but the divine doesn't take action for you. You still have free will and conscious choice. And so the divine says you're going to be in a perpetual stalemate here or stuck until there's something understood by you. Okay, something that you might fear looking at, or you might be very confused right now and not seeing. And we don't see it because the fear is louder. And so we might divert ourselves looking at externally what this person's going to do or say, or when the time is right, or when things will spin, or when the time is right. You know, it's like when this person sort of, I don't know, is in this energy, or when this time happens, and it's like, it's never going to happen. Okay. And I don't mean to burst your bubble here, but it doesn't happen until we make it happen. And so Spirit is really saying you have to acknowledge something here that I think you're not wanting to see, or that's causing you a lot of anxiety about your own happiness. This is when you're going to get a breakthrough in this connection. Okay. And so this person might not be coming around to show you that they love you. And I feel like the book is closed. That's High Priestess. And so this connection could be off the table or just closed to you until you dealing with moving towards your 9 cups. And so this is finding the inner strength from within you to dissolve something, because in order to have a new beginning, we have to deconstruct something. And I feel like this is when your new beginning happens. It's saying, I choose myself. I choose myself to have a new beginning. I choose myself to move towards something that can feel good for me. Okay, so we have to get the confidence to do this. And this might take some time to build our confidence, or to see that we're worthy of being loved and shown love. And I feel like there's a potential that is pulling at you with another connection here that's just off the table, and it remains off the table, or not progressing, or just in the distance with the star energy. And it's always at a distance here until we acknowledge the world we've created around us. And so we might already have a 10 Pentacles situation, that's established. But look, we're all sort of tied in knots, or like having to maintain this thing here. And maybe out of loyalty, or maybe whatever. Like it looks fairly uncomfortable here for a long period of time. And it might have supported us at one point, or it might be the support we need for some point in time, but it's still the Pentacle, and it's at the expense of us being able to express and feel deep emotions here with the King and Queen of Cups. So lots of cups, and I think the cups are compromised as long as we're trading them for Pentacle realm. And we get anxiety and anxious when we think of giving up this thing that's creating some form of stability here, this family life or this thing. And so Spirit wants you to consider and really take a look at this to have this breakthrough. Okay. And I feel like it's an acknowledgement of what makes you happy, and your actions being congruent with that. Because we can say, well, I know what makes me happy, but then why are we feeding a situation here that doesn't? Or we could say, well, yeah, it makes me happy. It's like, okay, but is it emotionally bringing you a 9 cups, or it's just giving you peace of mind? So you're not in anxiety here, because then you're not seeing your situation clearly. You're sort of acting out of fear, staying put out of fear, So there's a need to become very honest and clear with your situation and see it for what it's worth. And it's a situation that I feel has got you stuck, because I feel you're either dependent on it, or it just feels like there's no way out for you. And so the only way out is to fantasize about something. And it's like, no, you have the inner strength to make the change, but you have to show Spirit you're willing to have a new beginning. And then it's like, okay, pile 3 is willing to do the changes in order to have a new beginning. Now the wheel can work with you. Because everything in the universe is already abundant and already happening. The only reason it doesn't happen for us, or is limited, is because we are limited in scope, and we let fears get in the way, and our own limitations and our own anxieties. And so we're creating this narrow experience. And so Spirit keeps saying, well, if there's a 10 cups on the table here, it's not the universe keeping you apart from this person. It's your own ability to deal with your 9 swords. Okay. And like I say, you could flip it if it's this person, but I really feel like Spirit's message here is you leaning into the courage, into your own desires and your own confidence to make change here in your world so that things can break through. And you might say, well, what do I have anything to do with this person? It's because this divine journey works in a way here where if we are being spiritually guided, okay, and there's a lot of spiritual anomalies happening here in this connection, and we feel very tied to someone. When we start to make a shift and have a breakthrough because we're so spiritually connected, the other person starts to mirror back to us. Situations start to shift as well. And so I feel like this person cannot engage with you emotionally here if you're in a situation here that is not, I don't know. It's just sort of upkeeping some sort of world, There's a need to acknowledge it and dive into your strength to acknowledge this thing and realize you're worth more and that you're deserving of a new beginning here. Okay. And so I do want to ask Spirit, because for some of you guys, if this is your person and you're already sort of independent and you're already in this 9 cups, Spirit, what more do we want to say then about pile number 3? If this is their person that's sort of stuck here, what message do we have for pile 3's person? Anything that's going to provide clarity here in this situation? Thank you so much, Spirit. 7 Pentacles in reverse and the King of Pentacles in reverse and this 2 Swords and then the 4 Cups. So why does this keep saying the same thing? So I guess I'm reading it right. We're in a stalemate here. And so what one person does is going to impact the other person. We have 2 worlds that coincide. We can't choose both or we stay stuck. We have to choose one or the other. There's only one truth here. If we believe one truth to be the truth, then it's at the expense of our emotions. If we believe the other truth to be the truth, then it's like we have to then deal with, shedding whatever pentacle realm here that we might have depended on. And so I feel like Spirit's saying, whatever you're giving to, okay, because I feel like there is a world existing here, something we're committed to. And it's like it's not producing anything except for more of the same, which is a limitation and a growth and expansion, and it keeps us stuck. And Spirit is saying it's at the expense of these emotions. It doesn't emotionally make us happy. So we gotta break out of this, and only we can choose. Only we can choose. Okay, I know I asked about your person, but this is how it keeps coming through. So I don't know, your person is like, has to stop giving to something here that's not fruitful. Okay, and so, I don't know, sitting here 2 Swords, hoping, crossing their fingers and their toes that the universe is going to do something magically, and it won't. Okay, I know that the divine is magical for sure, but it's like we have to show the universe and the divine that we choose with 9 cups what's best for us, and we make choices. And right now the ball is in this person's court to make a choice. And I feel it's the spiritual leader of this connection, because both people are at stalemate. Means the one who's cognizant, the one who's consciously aware, which I feel is you because you're here, that's who needs to make the choice and decision. Okay, so yeah, if that came through preachy, it's because it is preachy, and that's your message. Pile number 3. I love you very much. I hope this helped you. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, beautiful. Pile number 4. You guys picked the Brotherhood of Light Egyptian Tarot, and I always forget the name of this, the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. So what are we looking at? We're looking at the person on your mind and their feelings and thoughts for you right here, right now. Okay, I do suggest you go watch the disclaimer for those of you guys new to tarot, new to this channel, or even new to love readings, so that you know what to expect and you're not disappointed here or confused. Okay, so we're going to use the Brotherhood of Light Egyptian Tarot here to go over their thoughts, feelings, and then we're going to look at your person on your mind and their next move, action towards you. Okay, and so actions definitely could shift if we do the reading again. Same with feelings. So this is a right here, right now, at the time in which you watch the reading. Okay, and all my readings are timeless. So if this person is in an energetic state that, is generally when we're unconscious, we stay in certain states for some time. It might not shift and it might stay the same. But when we're conscious, when we start to shift our energy, we can certainly control our manifestations and guide our energy differently. Okay, so this reading is a current state of energy at the time of the reading. So don't take it to a stone, okay, or as literal as this is going to be their energy in stone, okay? If any of that made sense. I don't know why I had the urge to explain all that again. Okay, so beautiful angels, let's take a look. Pile number 4's person pile 4 came here about. What are their thoughts and their feelings this time? Feelings and thoughts. Pile number 4's person, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 4. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 4 in this connection. Pile 4, thank you so much for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing your reading. All right. Pile 4's person on their mind, feelings and thoughts. We have the 7 swords. Yowzers. And we have Virgo showing up at the top here. That is Virgo, right? Yes. You'd think I'd know. 7 swords. And we have the 7 pentacles in reverse. It's showing Gemini. Sevens. Sevens about faith, wisdom, reflection, understanding. It could symbolize the Chariot, which is about victory and balance. Okay, movement, Cancer energy. And 77 is a master number, which, I'll put that there, is trusting the fall, an adventure that arises from deep wisdom. Trust of life and trust of self, which, according to this thing, this could be deception or a lack of trust. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Pile number 4's person, feelings and thoughts. And we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, more Gemini, Libra energy. And we have the Page of Cups in reverse. And finally, clarifying this King of Pentacles in reverse, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The bottom of the deck is the 2 of Wands, and I don't read bottom of the deck reverse. Seeing Leo and Aries energy, and here we have the Moon, Cancer, and Pisces. Okay, let me sit with this energy, although, sorry, I do want to pull an oracle card here. Pile number 4's person's feelings at this time, spirits and thoughts. So we have 37, or the number 10, act as if your partner is here. Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you so you can always consider them. I just heard long distance. So some of you guys might be at a distance from your person here. Okay. Not all of you guys, but it's coming through. Actions speak loudly. So express your love through actions. 49. Or the number 13, which is Scorpio energy, which is death. So 10 and transformation and death, end of cycles, completions. Okay, which is also Wheel of Fortune here. Okay, let me see. 8 Pentacles in reverse, 7 Pentacles. Okay, people, your person, I feel like they've been in a state for some time that's been driven by fear when it comes to potentially expressing themselves, I feel, with the 7 swords, okay? Like, it could even be acknowledging to themselves the truth about their feelings, or it could just be how to express themselves in this connection honestly to you, because of, for whatever reason, there's too much fear in expressing it, okay? Now, it could just be that this person has trouble articulating feelings, and so they show it in way of action. So this would be someone who, I don't know, paints you a picture, sends you a song, writes you a book, you know, that sort of a thing. Or it could be somebody who is just not even showing you that they're interested here. But I do feel like they show in their way, whether you're aware of it or not. And I feel like you're on the other side of this and you're not getting the clarity you want, or it's not been clear to you whether this person is coming or going, because you feel like they're not putting any energy. And you're also looking empty-handed here, saying, well, nothing's really built in the pentacle realm here. So you could be very matter of fact, like proofs in the pudding. Either they're going to dedicate and commit themselves in this practical ways for me to see something here and I haven't seen it, or they're not putting the energy towards expressing their emotions. So therefore they don't care, or they're not interested, or they're just, I don't know, you know. But I feel like, yeah, like they're not expressing their feelings. They're not acting on their feelings, because there is depth to this person's feelings that hasn't been acted on just yet, you know. And so this long distance I'm feeling, it could be there's a gap because emotionally you feel they're on one sort of energetic output, but in the tangible world here in the 3D, there's nothing that they're acting on. It's all avoidance or suppression or not acknowledging, you know. And if you do get acknowledgement, for some of you guys, like I said, it's in way of however they're showing this expression. And I feel like this has resulted in you not understanding or not seeing clearly if this person is truly interested. Like, are they actually wanting to commit themselves to this connection? Are they serious here? Are they committed to you? Are they committed to putting in the energy towards this thing, or have they given up? And so I feel like this person is having a shift in this energy. Okay, there's something slowly shifting here. We'll see what this shift is. And I don't know. Now look, the sun? No. Yeah, the sun. Why does this have a Q here, like a queen? The queen of sun? What is this, you guys? This is the sun. But I don't know why there's a Q. Some of you guys might resonate as Leo sun. Okay, take that as confirmation. Leo sun. Yeah, Leo sun. Oh my goodness, Linda. So something shifting. I think there's clarity where maybe there was fear, or they're recognizing the fear they have, or there was a highlight here around the fear, or there's more certainty around where there was uncertainty. But either which way, I feel there is a shift here in what they're seeing. And there's also an understanding that you bring happiness. Like, look at this. This is giving me lover's vibe. And so it's clear to them that you bring lover's vibe, that you're a partner here for them. You know, like a destined partner. I'm feeling very strong lovers. So Gemini, Libra energy, very Libra. I don't know why I said that. What's wrong with me? Gemini, Leo energy, very strong. Okay, but yeah, let's dive in deeper here, okay? Because this is really confirming to you what you probably already know. But since we're coming from their point of view, it's like, you know, when we're in Seven Swords to ourself, it might be in denial that even they can't admit some form of truth here to themselves. But I feel like with that sun there, it's like there is some clarity around what's been fearful, or at least there's some clarity around my emotions that maybe hasn't always been there because of a turn of events. So when is this turn of events? I don't know. It seems this person's been asleep at the wheel with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, but it's out of choice of their own. Like, I chose to not invest. And so because of choosing not to invest, there's a big question mark around whether you can rely on this person to be someone who could be, you know, like buildable material for you with that King of Pentacles in reverse. So Spirit, can we dive in a little deeper? Pile number 4 is person. Feelings, thoughts, pile 4 is person. Look at that. I love when Spirit does that. We're continuing where we left off. We see the sun, Leo energy, joy, clarity, certainty. Okay, especially when we saw moon energy, which is the opposite of this, which, by the way, moon is feminine and sun is masculine. So there could be a balance going between this, which is coming into union. Okay, balance of masculine, feminine energy. We have the 4 of Swords in reverse. A deeper dive. Pile number 4 is person, feelings, and thoughts here, spirits. 6 swords. Why is this sun here? So I do feel it's like this. So we have the Page of Swords, Capricorn energy it shows. This is so interesting, this deck. I would never read that as a Capricorn energy, but I'll just read it as it shows. And then we have the Page of Wands in reverse, 7 Wands in reverse, and 10 Swords. I see. And we have Strength. And under Strength, we have the King of Pentacles. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, more Leo. Strong Leo energy here. Okay. This person has been held back. I think you already know. Okay. And I think the cat's out of the bag here, because I think that that's, I don't know, maybe they were pretending or avoiding the fact that everybody knew, or that everybody, the whole world, that it was obvious. I mean, it makes me laugh because I feel like this person's 7 Swords was really not a lie. Like, what's wrong with me? This person's 7 Swords was an attempt to hide something that was so obvious, I feel here, you know? But it's taken a lot of courage for this person to step outside of their norm. And I feel like what's happened here is potentially an ending, or them anticipating some form of a 10 Swords here in their world that is making them have to face and come to terms and see the truth of a situation. So I feel like with the Page of Swords and the Sun, this is about understanding, coming to a new understanding, or shedding some light around something that's been hidden. And so they're coming out of this reflective period with the 4 Swords in reverse. So I sat here, I reflected, and I feel like this person understands why they were held back, or why they were incapable of moving forward, or why they haven't been able to pursue this connection. And they're like, I don't want to be in this energy. I want to move out of this. I want to move out because all I've experienced here with pile number 4 has been a 5 Swords. So 6 Swords is a slow moving energy, especially if they've been removed here with the 4 Swords. But they're coming out of their reflection. They're coming out of this sort of slow, sleepy time energy here. And what's motivating them here is, like I said, I don't know, reflecting and thinking, like, is there going to be an ending? Am I going to experience an ending here if I don't fight for this, if I just give up? I don't want to just throw in the towel and give up here and succumb to a 10 Swords. I got to fight for what I believe. And if I don't fight for it, it will end in an inevitable ending. This has been made apparent to this person. And so maybe you stop pursuing this person, or maybe this opportunity was removed from their, like from their world. Because act as if your partner is here is almost like they were taking you for granted in some way when you were available. And I don't know, now that there's some form of clarity here that I've reflected on, it's like, I got to get out of this energy. I have to lean into my courage and my strength in order to move towards pile number 4 here and become the King of Pentacles that pile 4 wants, because I see happiness in this union. So why can't I be this King of Pentacles? For whatever reason, this person felt they couldn't, or they weren't living up to this King Pentacles energy. So this is the Knight of Swords. Yeah, I wanted to confront the thing that I was too scared to confront. The reliable version of me, or the future version of someone who could build something with you, was something I wasn't willing to confront, or haven't confronted yet within myself. So I feel like there's a confrontation of self, or something we're willing to address, because we see it now within self. But I feel this is a lot of internal stuff. Although, yes, moving out of the 5 Swords, but I still feel like it's mentally or energetically. So let's see, Spirit, can we dive in a little deeper? Because I still feel I'm missing something here. Pile number 4's person's feelings and thoughts. A little deeper in regards to this person's feelings and thoughts for pile number 4, specifically, Spirit. We have the Ace of Wands. Okay. Yeah, sudden inspiration because I've seen something. Or is this the Magician? This might even be Magician, because look, we have the Cup, the Sword, So either way, this person's inspired to manifest differently here with this magician. This person never felt like they had the ability to be the magician in the world, because I was seeing a lot of, with the reverse 8 of Pentacles and the reverse 7 of Pentacles, like I don't have what it takes, or I wasn't even going to try. And now it's like, this is a trying energy of manifesting. I have what it takes here to develop what I want. And I do feel as inspired here by something with the sun or some clarity I now have. There's the Queen of Cups. So your love and your compassion is motivating me to manifest. There's a lot of love here for you, and I feel like this person feels a lot of love coming from you. So we have Virgo, Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and 10 Pentacles in reverse. Why is this magician here? There's the Ace of Cups. Okay, in reverse. Why is this Queen of Cups in reverse? I don't know what's wrong with me in this reading. My goodness. Ace of Pentacles, to new beginning. Here's the page of, it wants to come with this page of Swords, and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse again. And finally, why is this 10 Pentacles here in reverse? Why is this 10 Pentacles? Pile number 4, person's feelings and thoughts. 4 cups and 3 cups in reverse. And there's the page of Pentacles. Under page Pentacles, 10 cups. Wow. 2 tens, the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of cups. We saw the 10 of Swords. There's either an anticipation of an ending, or some fear, or some awareness around an ending that's creating this person wanting to manifest differently. Because what's been left on the table here is a 10 Pentacles and a 10 Cups, which is the full potential that they can experience in that beautiful union we were seeing with you and this person. Okay. And so it's like, I'm going to lose out on this. And I understand that I have an active role here. And I feel like you're kind of like, this is your energy and you're facing this way. And it's like, my person is going to focus on giving to a situation that's going to reach my person's full potential here, whatever's going to make them happy in the long term, because this is about finding our optimal sort of partner in life with the 10 cups and 10 pentacles, someone that you could build with for the long term. It's like, my person is now focused on that. And so I don't know, either you told them about this or they just sense it about you. And so if you're going to focus on this, that means there's an ending here, because clearly they're in reverse pentacles, and they weren't of working material. And so they know that there's an opportunity here for them to explore this untapped potential here. And it's like, I have to understand that there's a new beginning, and that this new beginning would require me to take some form of action here. And I have to acknowledge what's going on within me. And so I feel like this Page of Swords is looking at how they've been emotionally suppressing their emotions, or not acknowledging or acting in line with whatever brings them emotional happiness here. And that this has resulted in the fruit not being birthed here in this connection with the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. If I don't try, if I don't invest, if I don't put forward this energy, if I don't even bother, then none of this is going to happen. And so I have to take action here. Okay, and so I feel like this person is realizing that they've been in a state here of disconnected from their emotions completely. Okay, when it comes to, I feel it's their own relationship with their emotions, but this is like a need to love self, disconnected from my own emotions. So it prevents a new beginning. Here's me seeing all the things that won't work. And then here's me sort of being completely shut out potentially from the world here, of experiencing celebrations and coming together and expressing myself. I've been sort of shut out. And so for some of you guys, this person could be, with this 3 of Cups in reverse, keeping people at a distance when it comes to connections, not experiencing a two cups, or coping with their inability to emotionally connect here with, I don't know, distractions, parties, drinking, whatever it is, friends that keep me busy so I don't have to face some greater truth about my future. And so this has been my reality. And now I know that there's a potential here, but the potential just sits as a potential until I actively take this first step. And so this is what I'm seeing, and this is what I'm understanding. And all I could see is the fact that I gave up, or I didn't even try. And so I got what I got. And what I got was my Queen of Cups focusing on something else, or giving to something else, or potentially going to give to something else, because I'm stalling in this new beginning. And so they're thinking about what they can show you, what they can offer you, what they can actually do here. And so this actions speak loudly. I know I'm disconnected and maybe emotionally still handicapped when it comes to the emotions part, so let me show you something here that's going to give you good graces here, so that you know that I am interested. So it's easier for me to focus on the pentacle thing. Maybe I want to spend time with you more. Maybe I want to offer you something here, or gift to you something here. And I feel like this should show you that I care. This should keep you sort of interested here and not go the other way. But it's like, what about the feelings? I feel the feelings are still a big secret with the 7 swords, because this person has a difficult time connecting to their Ace of Cups. So it's exhausting, but is there feelings? Yes. And I feel like this person has a lot of feelings for you. So do we need to go in deeper? I think we do, until I feel like we're done. This person's feelings and thoughts, Spirit, and then we'll look at actions. Okay, feelings and thoughts. Pile number 4 is person. What did I miss? Because it seems, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a whole lot here, aside from just this clarity that they're realizing that you're shifting your energy. So spirits, pile number 4 is person's feelings and thoughts. Anything I've missed here, let's wrap up their feelings and thoughts. So there's that Magician in reverse, Virgo, Gemini. And there's the World card. No, 22. It's an extra card here in this deck. What's 22? And look, it's like, it's kind of giving me Fool energy with this like hobo stick or whatever, but also like balance. Let's see, what's 22? 22 is called the Materialist. So it says in divination, Arcanium 22 means failure, folly, or mistake spiritually. Oh my goodness. It says Arcanium 22 expresses in the spiritual world annihilation. 0 expresses eternal progression. In the intellectual world, 22 is atheism, and 0 devotion to the religion of the stars. In the physical world is materialism, and 0 ceaseless cooperation in the furtherance of God's great plan. So remember then, son of earth, that all things physical pass away, and that before the soul can pass to a higher realm, every debt to nature must be paid to the utmost farthering. If Arcanium 22 should appear in the prophetic signs of the horoscope, imprudence threatens to encompass thy ruin, and thou wilt be called upon to pay for thy folly, unless thou immediately changeth thy ways. So, what does that mean? I must change. I must shift. I wasn't manifesting. I have to change, because I'm going to reap the rewards of my lack of action. So the fear of God is placed on this person, and spiritually, they know that they're supposed to take action here. And what's their action supposed to do? I think supposed to bring balance. And also because the materialistic thing, again, it's like that pentacle. I have to do something action-wise, but it's like anything to avoid the emotions here. Look at that, death in reverse. So this person needs to release and transform something in regards to their emotions in order for them to come to terms with something here. And I feel like they're still not wanting to acknowledge their emotions or deal with the transformation that will allow them to find balance here. 5 swords, conflict, and here we have the devil. Capricorn. So, yeah, Now I got the full picture. What's going on? The fear of God, however it came, I had a nightmare, suddenly pulled away. I have an inkling, a feeling, whatever it is, I know I will lose out. And so I got to act and I got to change my ways. Otherwise, I just, like I say, I reap the reward of what happened here. And so I haven't been manifesting. And I know that in order for me to do something, I can only do the thing in which I'm comfortable doing, or at least comfortable. I mean, it's more comfortable than me acknowledging my emotions, which is showing you. And so I'm going to show you in a material way here, but I'm resisting or not capable to deal with the devil in my world, which the real devil is how I engage with emotions, how I wear my 7 swords, how I'm not acknowledging my emotions. And so therefore I'm sort of upkeeping this need for transformation, and it just creates this 5 swords, or 5 swords. I keep reading this 5 swords, 5 wands in my world. And so you're on one page, I'm on another page. As long as my emotions aren't expressed and communicated to you, we can create conflict here. But it's coming from my internal conflict, my internal relationship with the devil. You know, my emotions and myself conflict. And so I'm resisting change. I'm resisting looking at changing this part of myself because it has a hold of me. A lot of fear, or a lot of, I don't know. There's a devil in this person's world. And like I said, for some of you guys with that 3 of Cups in reverse, distractions, ways that I engage in my world, that's like devil rather than dealing with my problems, you know? And so this person has a hard time dealing with their emotions. So let's take a look at actions. Actions. Here it's clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 4, their person, and what will be their next move in this connection. Pile 4's person's next move, their actions towards pile 4. There is an urgency here to act, for sure. Okay, so they're going to act. But I feel like you want this person to maybe do something in the realm of feelings, and they're leaning towards the material realm of what they can do. It's kind of like throwing out a Hail Mary to save you or to keep you or to bridge the gap. Actions. 8 swords. Yeah, that's like the devil energy because it limits them. 10 swords. I don't want to lose you. And 6 wands in reverse. Hierophant in reverse. Taurus energy. And the tethered one, which is the Hangman, Pisces energy. And finally, why is this 6 of wands here? I feel like we'll meet those in a bit. We'll read that like that. I feel there's one more. Okie dokie. 9 cups. 9 cups. Oh my goodness. 6 cups. Okay. Oh my goodness. This is so layered. What's going on here? I think this person, I still pick up here this unhealthy way of engaging with their emotions, okay? It could be distracting, drinking, partying, whatever the thing is. I feel like there is a selfish part to this person here that does immediate sort of numbing of the pain, okay? Because the numbing is keeping me from dealing with something that goes deep here with the 6 of Cups. A memory I have that's ingrained in my memory banks that wasn't pleasant potentially here, okay, of a childhood memory or something. Person, place, thing of the past, the breakup of my parents, I don't know, emotional scarring of sorts here, okay, that's made me act the way that I act here. And so I have one understanding of what emotional happiness means to me, okay, but this person's experiencing an 8 swords, and the 8 swords is a limitation that's been put upon them from whatever experience that is making them have to deal with their lifestyle, is making them have to take a look at them, you know, like what they value, whether they want to shift their world and be committed to something different here, or where they want to emotionally invest here, because I feel like the 9 cups is something immediate that's been working for them. And I say working loosely, but it's been at the expense here of something of greater value or greater meaning, and all because of a mindset that this person has. And so now with the Sun and that's Page of Swords we keep seeing. There's an understanding and a looking at a situation here from a more different perspective, if you will, a more elevated perspective. And it's like, I have to put an end to some way of being in my world that's creating this reverse Hierophant, because it's getting in the way of me in pile number 4. And I feel attached to that way of me. It's keeping me stuck with this tethered one. And so I feel stuck to it. I have to find a way to end it. And I feel trapped by it. And so I feel like this person is really like contemplating, racking their brain, because again, there's the fear of losing out and this connection also not working. So it's like, I don't want to lose out and not be successful here with you. And then you move on. And so the only way I got to do this is by understanding what's going on in my world, or why it is that I feel limited here. King of Wands in reverse. So I feel like this person, one, I feel like they have a lack of confidence in their own ability to manifest and move towards creating a future for themselves. And they feel very held by a devil of their world that creates this limitation. And I feel like they're wanting to understand how it is that they can move through this thing. But I feel like there is a heavy lack of ability in their own capability to be successful. It's like, can I even be successful? Do I even have what it takes, what's in me to make this happen here? And they're questioning and they're looking at this thing and they're considering here. Now, I know this is actions, but this is non-action. This is non-action. This is non-action. This is non-action. This is like on the verge of action, but we're hesitant. And this is like, keeping on the down low. And so 8 Wands, well, this is action. But I feel like this is talking about, in order for there to be movement, in order for there to be a breakthrough, this person has to deal with this, and they understand this now. And I think maybe they weren't seeing it in the past. So something shed the light, like I said, the sun. They had a dream, or you said something, or just your energy shifted. It's like, now I can see that I'm attached. Now I know the importance of having a breakthrough here and the importance of communication. Like, things have to move. I can't be stuck in this world no more. I have to put an end to something here. But how do I do it? I don't know just yet. There's still a big question mark about how. So here's the 5 of Cups. Yeah, like either you really left this person, or they're feeling very sad about what's happened, what's transpired, because nothing's happened. And it's like, nothing's happened and I'm going to lose out. I haven't done anything. So I'm sad about this. I'm regretting this. 10 of Cups in reverse. The potential of the 10 Cups stayed on the table, and the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So they know there's a potential on the table that they didn't follow up on, and now they're sad and regretting it. And so this is what's transpiring, this looking from a different perspective. It's like, now I can see why I'm stuck. Now I see. But yeah, okay, you see. And what do you see? I see that I have to move forward. I see that I have to change things. But how? How? I don't know. I'm lacking confidence. I don't know if I'd be successful here. And it's like, I've always been considering just the immediate sort of, momentary thing that makes me happy here, but really driven from this. And if you're separated from this person definitely wants a reconciliation. It's definitely going to want to come forward. But what are they going to offer here? I don't know. Because it's just, I want you back in my world. I miss you. I remember when we had good flow. You made me happy. Okay. And what? King of Swords. Yeah, I remember. And I understand that you make me happy. Okay. So, I don't know, you guys. What are we missing here? We're missing, like, what's the change then? So, let's see. Spirit's clear and concise message regarding pile number 4's person. Their next move. What about their communication in regards to emotions and their 7 swords and all this? It's like this person really just wants to avoid that whole thing and maybe relive or bring you back into their world. Like, don't move on without me. Stay in the world where I don't do anything, But I'll show you something different, or I don't know, the same way I've always shown you. Moon and the 6 of Wands in reverse again. Pile number 4's person. What's their next move here, spirits? 7 Pentacles in reverse. Again, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Again. Hierophant in the upright now, Taurus energy. And finally, we have the 3 Pentacles. Yay. Okie dokie. Queen of Swords and 2 of Wands. Okay. 2 Wands under that is the World. Oh my goodness. I think for a lot of you guys, you put an ultimatum, you had a conversation with this person, or you made it very obviously clear. I'm moving on. I'm closing this chapter in my world. I have to choose the other one. That makes me happy. That's the fear. And so this bubbled up the fear in this person. Okay, so now they're in fear state. So although we have the sun, like you see, the sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine, it's like the sun is my clarity around the fear. And so my fear is heightened. And why is my fear heightened? It's heightened because I see this opportunity slipping between my fingers where I wasn't successful and where we're going to fail here unless I commit to you and I really examine my lifestyle, the thing that I fear looking at, you know, and I see that this potential opportunity that's been sitting here as a thing is falling apart because of my fears and because of my lack of clarity and my uncertainty and my not being able to deal with my emotions and the subconscious stuff that's happened with the 6 cups here that I need to look at. And so this person is sitting here examining and saying, if I don't start to collaborate and work together, I'm just going to repeat the same thing that's happened here where I just gave up or I didn't show up at all and nothing was produced. And so they want to show you again with the material world here, what I can contribute. And I'm going to avoid my emotions at all costs here because there's too much fear and there's too much in the subconscious here. But I want to show you, or at least reflect to you, that I could be working with you here so that you don't leave, so that you don't move on from me. And this should give you some clarity. Yeah, like it should give you some clarity, and this should help me to, I don't know, build my confidence here with you because I want to have success with you. And all we've experienced is a lack of success here because I've been, I don't know, on the down low or not showing you. And so I feel like this is an end of a cycle where this person might be completely removed, like not even showing up energetically to wanting to work with you. But like I say, where's the cups? The cups are reflective of this moon, which is emotions I'm not sharing with you, fear, and a need to deal with my emotions here. You know, and so I don't know how long can they sort of sit here in this energy. I'm not sure. Let's see another layer here because I feel like we're getting a very limited sort of snapshot. Okay, so Spirit, pile number 4, final message here in regards to what can pile 4 expect from this person's actions, next move in this connection. Energetically, what are they going to do? What about their feelings here and actions? Oh my goodness. This one's wanting to come out, and I do feel it is just this one that revealed itself. But the fact that we have so many flipping, I do feel there might be one more. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. Okay, let's take that one too. I feel like this person has so much to say, stuck together, that I do feel there's another, oh my goodness, that they haven't said. Clear and concise message. Oh my goodness, look at this. Is this whole reading going to be oracle cards? I do feel there's another, you guys. This one also revealed itself. I feel there's another. Oh my goodness. We'll be here till the wee hours of the night, Spirit. What does pile number 4's person wants to communicate here in regards to their next move? Their next action. Okie dokie. Lots of cards. Lots of cards. What do we have? We have spend quality time together. Listen to each other. So yes, they want to do something in the world that you guys exist in here. Okay, appreciate this moment. Every situation is an opportunity to grow and find love. So again, more of this pentacle realm actions, put their money where their mouth is, be authentic, be real and true to who you are and how you feel. And I think this is what we're wanting them to do. And I think they put a lot of weight in the material realm rather than expressing their emotions. Act as if your partner is here Whether you have someone in your life or not, act as if they are with you, so you will always consider them. I feel this acting as if is the more I put in this material realm and show you, the more it takes off from me having to express myself, is what I see here. Love is all around you. There is love everywhere all the time. Simply acknowledge this as truth. So let's use these. We'll do the tarot and see if we can get some final message here in regards to pile number 4's actions in this connection. What are they going to do? They're definitely taking action. That's for sure here. If you're apart, they want reconciliation, but I don't know. You guys seem like you might have rowed away, or you're rowing away, or you chose something else. According to them, you're getting further and further away. And so pile number 4's person's actions. Yeah, like I'm even feeling anxious here. 4 cups in reverse. 8 cups. Finally, cups. Okay. 4 of swords in, not 4, 6 swords in reverse. The Hierophant for the 3rd time. Taurus energy. And the Knight of Swords in reverse. And there's the 10 cups. And 7 cups. And then the King of Wands. What's under King Wands? 5 Pentacles. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. This person is really focused on you coming back. Okay. And they think you're going to walk away from them. They don't want you to leave. But I think they need to do something in regards to their feelings. And I feel like it's kind of like a last-ditch effort to keep you, or like whatever it takes in this moment to keep you here. Okay. But I feel like they're not confronting what they're needing to confront. And I feel like this person does use a 3 cups in their world. However, this is to keep things at a distance here, because I feel this person has a very hard time connecting to their deepest emotions here and being honest with how they feel. And it's not a you thing, it's a them thing. That's been a thing that's been developed. And so this is what they're being asked to walk away from. But I don't know that they're capable of doing this, because it's integrated into who they are and how they live their life. And so yeah, they're not confronting this, and I feel like this keeps them stuck in this sort of energy of a 5 swords with you, but it's like, I don't want you to go, because I sense that there's a potential of a 10 cups with you. So come back, and come back into this world of mine where I'm still not connecting to my emotions, and I'm still not certain and giving you clarity here, because my head's a big jumbled mess. Oh, I don't mean to laugh, but this person's big jumbled mess, it's like they want to rope you into their jumbled mess, It's like, because I'm clear and certain about you, and it's like, I don't want to be left empty-handed here. Okay. They're very, very focused on what they can do in a practical way to get you back here into their world without doing the looking inwards of what they need to look at, and walk away from the 3 cups or whatever numbing agent they have here that keeps them in some state, because they might really truly believe that this is who they are and how they have to live their life, but it keeps them in a 5 swords energy. It doesn't heal things. And so they're living in some fantasy world of how things could be. But it's like, I can't quite narrow it down. I can't quite choose that option. I can't quite, I don't know, like that's what they're being asked to do, be authentic. And so they want to feel your love around them. And I feel that this person is going to come show you, Yeah, they don't want to lose you. It's not over as far as they're concerned with this 10 swords in reverse. So they're really acting from a place of desperation. And I don't know, if you don't come back to this person, like, will they take a look then? Can we see about their emotions? What are we missing here? Spirits. Pile number 4's person. What are we missing here? The devil in reverse. They got to break free from the devil. Yeah, 8 swords. And the High Priestess in reverse. Don't see. The King of Cups. There's their emotions. And there's the 5 cups. Deep down is where that's sitting. 10 cups in the same spot again. and the Knight of Swords, and there's the Lovers. Okay, so deep down, I don't know where you're at pattern-wise with this person. If you go back, maybe you repeat a pattern, maybe not. They're being called to break the devil in their world. The devil in their world is their unhealthy way of connection with their emotions. Okay, and so they're emotionally unavailable to you because of this way of being. That doesn't help them. It keeps them stuck. And they've been stuck in this thing for who knows how freaking long they've been. Okay, and so Spirit wants them to break the dance with the devil here and really acknowledge their emotions. And so I feel like they experience a loss with you, and they have to really experience the loss in order for them to really take a look at regret, remorse, what they've done here. And they have to deal with this 3 cups in their world. And I think the 3 cups is the devil, the unhealthy way that they numb themselves, the thing that limits them, that creates this world of Hierophant they think they have. But it's really just the 3 cups, and it's like surface stuff, and I think they can't see. They're ignoring their intuition. The only thing that they know is that there's a potential here of a 10 cups with you. And so it's Spirit trying to guide them to wake up to their intuition, to acknowledge you wanted 10 cups, then you got to deal with your 3 cups here in this whole thing, in order for you to break free from some devil that's limiting your world. Instead of running away, instead of avoiding, you got to confront this, and you got to choose this. You got to choose this. And so the only way to choose this connection, this person has to confront feelings. So they have to be emotionally available here too. So Spirit wants you to, if you want this person emotionally available, then make it very clear. You have to engage in an emotional way here and be available and deal with whatever's going on in your world here that needs to be addressed. Otherwise, we can't see how to move further ahead here in this connection until this is resolved. And so this person will have to take a look at what was lost. What is lost, what could be lost, and deal with that 3 cups. And they have to deal with it, but I think they're going to avoid, run, suppress, and not acknowledge, because if you let them get away with this, then that's what they're sort of going to do here. Okay, Gemini energy, and Capricorn energy, and Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. There's the Empress in reverse. So yeah, it's like, keep your love, I don't know, worthy of what you're worthy of here, or the Empress in reverse. So if they feel like they have to fight for you, if they feel like your love is being pulled, then the choice on the table is for them to deal with this. If they feel like your love is there and that they don't have to fight, then they just keep suppressing what their intuition is telling them to deal with this thing. Because, we could get love for free without having to really understand ourselves. So I don't know, it sounds very painful here for you guys, but it definitely is up to you guys what you want to do here. But that's your reading. Beautiful pile number 4. I hope this helped you, and I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye.